Okay, let me get this all set up and muted where it needs to be muted. Think I done it. Who all got in here? Oh, there's Francis. We had Francis and we had Rowena. Hello.
Hi.
Well, did we miss each other last night? I did, but I was just tired.
Yeah. You gotta take a break once in a while.
You do. Yeah. I do anyway.
Yeah.
Well, how are y'all?
Well, Thursday night we had a bad storm.
Doing good.
And
John just tried to find, there was a moccasin in my garage, and he just tried, he heard it, but he couldn't find it after that. So he's gonna go in the morning and see if he can find it.
Find a what?
Moccasin.
A water moccasin? A water moccasin snake?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not going out there.
Oh, you better not. And you had some of those bad storms, Rowena. They come
Thursday night, about 5:30 in the evening, and it poured rain so hard. I think we got about 3 inches.
Oh.
And it a lot of wind and hail, and then it was without power for 11 hours.
Oh, that's a long time to be out.
Yeah.
Well, when it got dark, we went to bed. So
that's about all you could do.
Yeah. So it came on about 4:30 the next morning, Friday morning.
Okay, so maybe you got some rest, but it was probably hot to sleep, though, wasn't it?
It wasn't as bad as last year. A year ago in June, we had that derecho, and it was like in the 90s, so we had to go to a hotel. We couldn't stand it here, but it wasn't that bad this time.
Huh.
So, well, that's pretty. Francis,
busy. You barely slow down to even talk to us, Francis.
I know.
I got another block in the mail.
So did I yesterday.
I didn't go to the mailbox until today. And let's see, from Karen Johnson.
Yeah, that's who I got it from.
And it's got chickens on it.
Oh my, yeah, her does too. You'll have to show us.
Mine's scrappy and I love it.
Let me make you bigger.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Love the colors.
It's colorful, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was real cute.
Mm-hmm. Here's mine. I love mine. It's
Let me make you bigger. Oh, now I love that too. Because I love stuff.
That's my kind of block. I love it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
But
I like the scrappy. Yeah.
Sheila, you gonna hold up a block too? Before we even say hi, you have to hold up a block. To get in this club, you gotta hold up a block. So, I'm teasing.
Oh, Rita.
Where did that one come from? Isn't it cute?
That is pretty. I like that.
I bet I've seen that one someplace before.
Somebody else went just like yours, did they?
They did. They stole my idea.
I imagine you've seen a lot of them.
You might see more of your ideas later on, too.
Yeah, that little bonnet one. I'm going to have to send you guys the little bonnet if you want it to go on them chickens. Because I kind of like that, too.
Can't hear Sheila. Can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Can't hear.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I
And
said
this is
your
this is
stitching.
the one that I got from Sharon.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it's
that's
made like
pretty.
mine.
Oh,
And
that's
then
pretty.
I've started putting just a name in the town on the bottom. So because I'm gonna forget if I don't. So I'm gonna strip mine in that color. So
Oh, that's be putting it about nice and pretty.
That'd be
You
neat.
did you do it with marker with a fabric
I
marker?
bought some fabric markers, so that's what I'm using. I'm not gonna take the time to embroider it. And I wish my handwriting was prettier, but it is what it is. So
I might embroider mine on the machine.
yeah.
The names on the machine.
Well, I've got an embroidery machine, but
Mhm.
I didn't know where I would put it there. And so I thought, well, I can just write it, and then it's kind of permanent too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rita, I love your stitching that you done on here. It looks just perfect.
Oh, that little blanket stitch.
Yes.
I like that little stitch, and to me, it's just pretty easy to do.
Is it? I can tell where you used some fusible interfacing
Mhm.
Okay.
on the fabric. You know, the feel of it. I can tell.
Yeah. Oh, it makes it stiffer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I like.
Mhm.
And I love your background. It's got a little
I do too.
swirl to it. You know, it's not just plain. That's pretty.
Well, I try. I don't always do everything right, but I try.
She's done so many of
Good.
them, she's experienced at it now.
But I like to make them. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And-
June, Rita made my block. Have to give her all the credit.
June's in our swap too, so she'll get one of them too.
Yeah.
They ought to be getting there if they're going toes.
And I noticed that stamp was unusual that you had on here.
When I got the post office did that, I just took the whole stack in there and gave it to her. And then when I left them, she was fixing them. So I know nothing, didn't see it, know nothing about it.
That's what I did. I just give it to the post office, let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I've got 2 books of forever stamps, but I don't
can
know if it'd be
hardly
cheaper
hear.
for them to put the stamps
Can
on
you
them.
hear?
Not her. I can't hear she.
I can't hear Sheila.
No,
You
not
can't
that
hear
good.
me?
Not you're faint. It's not.
Let me turn the sound up.
Talk louder. Hello to Gladys. I'm gonna say hi to a few people. Peggy Lynn, and I know I've missed some of you. And Susan Munger's here. What kind of embroidery machine do I have? It's a brother. It's not a.
Yeah.
You know, I can't. I'd have to look to tell you the numbers. Not the cheapest one, but it ain't an expensive one. Hear myself yelling at Sheila. Charlotte Bayless here. What kind of embroidery machine do I have? It's a. I hate to hear myself like that. Oh.
Well, it's crazy. I'm on the iPad, and when I'm trying to turn the voice up, it turns the voice on the TV up.
Oh.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Can y'all hear her good?
I can hear you.
It's kind of low.
I hear her about the same as
I'm
you,
gonna turn
though.
the TV
About
off
the same
for a
as you,
moment.
Francis.
Really?
Is are they about the same to you, Rowena?
What's
They're
that?
Is Sheila and Francis sound about the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm that low?
Yeah.
Because John tells me I talk loud.
Okay,
Yeah.
I turned it up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Which
Okay.
is
I
Yeah.
just turned the TV off and I just have the iPad on. It's what I
Peggy
do.
Lynn it's got blocks and got some ready for stitching. Who else? Deb Somerville is saying hi to everybody.
Hello, Deb.
That's it. I think it's the brothers. What 600? What 6,000? Whatever. That's it. Yo, Patty knows. I can't keep all them numbers straight on things. I can't.
I'm gonna have to do some looking in my manual and see where the blanket stitch is on my Bernina, because I haven't used a blanket stitch before, so
I like that stitch.
I'll have to find it. I'm
Is
sure it's in there.
Is that can't hear her or can? That could go either way, couldn't it?
Well, I've got the voice on the iPad like all the way up. Hi, Candy.
Sheila and Nancy.
It's like, okay, it's at the top. Okay,
I'm
that's
louder when I
maximum.
use my earpiece, they said.
That's maximum. It can't go up any higher.
If you want to say something, make sure we all get real close and listen.
Can you hear me now?
And Candy hears Sheila just fine.
Good.
And hello, Michelle Lokerston blog. Hello to Rita and everyone. Sarah's.
Rita made 6 pints of blueberry lemon jam the other day, and I had a little bit left over, so I had some of it on like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It is so good. Oh my gosh.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I just got it out of the Ball Cannon book.
I was supposed to go in the cornfield.
And I had to shell them peas today, but that pea sheller made it so quick and easy. I
I
got
saw that. I had to do all mine by hand.
I
Well,
said
for years. Yeah.
I said my mom would like something like that.
Yeah. I know Terry used to bring in buckets and buckets of peas, and I'd shell till my thumbs hurt. But I guess it's 2020 we got that thing, so I've not had it very long.
Yeah.
Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Tired.
Tired.
Hot and tired.
Very tired.
Well, I shouldn't be tired because I took a nap this afternoon. So
I've had company all day, so.
oh, my company's gone. So I was recuperating.
And what's Peggy Land going to show us? Her quilt, her blocks? I missed it, but Susan's mentioned it.
Hi, Susan, Charlotte, Beverly, Candy, and June, and Deb. I'm reading
I'm on an
this.
iPad,
Susan,
so I can't see the chat.
She said, "Would you like to see the blocks I got in the mail?"
Yes, we
Sure.
would.
I showed my one.
Somebody's trying to come up now.
Oh, we lost Francis.
No, Francis just left. Francis,
Probably didn't mean to.
I don't think she did either.
Not me, I'm leaving.
I don't think she could even see when they tried to come up, so it must have been herself moving out.
Must have
she'll
been.
be back.
I
Yeah.
didn't see anything circling, you know.
I didn't either.
Uh,
I didn't either, so.
She is trying to come back now. Somebody's trying to come back. I think it's Francis.
She wasn't gone very long.
Oh, I have something else I want to show. I got a surprise package in the mail too. Fran, look what come in the mail.
Ah, that's what she was making.
Oh, you got another one.
Yes, and that's Francis
cute.
is gonna make me cry.
That's who I was making it for when I was making it.
I've got it I've got it right here beside me, and I've already been putting threads in it.
I got one too.
It's a suede.
I've got one similar to that I bought off of Etsy that someone did, and I got to pick what fabric I wanted. But every so often, it just keeps falling down. I don't know if I hit it or what.
In my sewing room, beside my machine where I put mine, I've got a screw in my table because it's a sewing table, and that holds it. You just put it over top of it, and it holds it.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving, ladies.
And then I tried moving it over to my cutting table, and then I'll get up to like get a ruler or scissors or something, and I bump it, and it falls down again.
I got one, but I bought it, and they put the rubbery stuff on the back, like the shelf liner stuff. And it's got the bag.
Oh yeah, that's cute too.
It is.
And I thought that's a great idea because it kind of grips on the table.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But this one has a chicken.
Yeah, but I never thought about that.
Well, not everybody has
the rubber stuff on the bottom.
Yeah, it's like shelf liner stuff they cut out.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's cute.
That would be good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it stays on the table without falling off. You could probably cut the piece out and put it on there yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I've shelled many a butter bean also with my hand.
And I should have got my thing out during those English peas, but I didn't do it. And I don't think it would work on the pinto beans, but it might have worked on the English peas.
I bet it would on the English peas because if they're smaller,
But I had to get everything off top of it and drag it out, so I did. Until today.
Yeah, I think Peggy's got something to show us.
Yeah, she does. Let's make Peggy big.
This is from Pamela.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's nice.
That's nice. I think I've already got one from her. I think I'd have to go look.
And this is from Sharon Johnson.
I like that. That's pretty. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. I haven't gotten one from her yet.
I just got hers
I'm
yesterday.
too close.
I don't think.
Trying to get my hands right. There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I really like that.
I do too.
I've starched and pressed all of the blocks I've got. And then I've got 4 ready to sew. We have this.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
Love the colors.
That's cute.
I just finished pressing those all down. They just have to be sewn now.
And that one's cute.
That's cute.
Another birdhouse.
Nice.
And this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's cute. I like the flower.
I do too.
So pretty.
Now, so that'll make, once I sew these, that'll make 6 that are completely done. I've still got the whole stack of all the ones, all the 9 patches. I've still got this whole stack of these that have to be used that I made. What I make? I think I made them all. If I'm not mistaken, I've got them all made.
Okay.
Well, I'm probably not gonna do. These are all my blocks I've gotten. I've pressed them all and laid them on my design board.
And how have you been feeling? They're asking how you're feeling.
Oh, and I've made something I ran this through my
Oh, we
printer.
were out in the garage. There
Oh,
was a
that's
moccasin
cute.
in the garage.
Oh, that's cute.
That's all the envelopes have
And Daddy got
roosters or
his
chickens
and got
on them,
away. He was behind
Oh,
the
along with
freezer
the
and stuff, and
addresses.
told him to
Wow.
tomorrow.
So, like
That's what your daddy
that
said
one's
it
got
was.
that rooster.
oh, that's
Wow.
cute.
So I have a degree in graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a whole stack of everybody's envelopes, and they're all going to have a rooster on them or a chicken,
Mhm.
just to go with the swap. And I didn't have to make labels because I made printed it all on the envelopes. Let's see what else. Oh, all of those appliques. You can make me small.
Okay.
All of those appliques are scrap fabric on top of those orange ones.
All right.
And I'm really tired still. My legs still hurt really bad. And I've been trying to keep them propped up, trying to stay off of them. And today, lucky me, I get a new pain, which is my left hip for some reason. Let me turn this light down a little bit. There we go. But other than that, not feeling too bad. I should have, thank you, Susan. I should have 2 yellow tomatoes coming off in a day or so. Let's see, who really liked the flower or I don't know. Really love the birdhouses. Linda. Okay.
I like
And
the
I
flower.
do plan on, I don't know if you want a rooster or a hen, Francis.
Either one. Whatever you want
Okay.
to send me. I don't care
I have
what you
this,
send me.
I found this cute little hen thing I'm going to make for some of the blocks. And Charlotte loves the flower. That's the first one I've done with flower.
Mona.
Yeah.
And I had these little bitty squares is what I made the petals and the leaves out of. They were left over from something and I cut them. I think they might have been 2-inch squares. And I found them in my scraps. And I just free cut all the petals, free cut all the leaves, and then free cut the center. And then after I got everything glued in place and the fusible lining or stabilizer on the back, I went ahead and cut them to 12.5 square. I could have candy. I could have slept on it wrong. But my legs, I've got a doctor's appointment on the 15th. And even though she upped my gabapentin, it's really funny because Piper likes to lick my feet. I don't know why, but whatever. If she wants to, I don't mind because she's not biting, right? Because I had a lot of problems with her biting me. So that's no longer an issue. But her tongue hurts my feet, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
And so I need to see if there's something she can do for it. Hello, Mona.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
Mona.
Mona.
Well,
Nice to see you.
Hello to everybody else on panel.
You too.
just fighting with passwords again. I
Uh,
keep changing it and they keep saying it's wrong. So in times I'm ready to throw everything across the room.
I can't
Been
draw to
there,
save
done
myself.
Well,
I went back to I went to college at the age of 45, and got Student of the Year award and was on the dean's list the entire time. Which was, I'm telling you, going to college with 19-year-olds, I don't advise it
yeah.
because this was not an online college. This was an in-person college.
yeah.
And when the teacher left the room in the business class so that we could study for 20 minutes, they just went, wow.
Yeah.
And I stood up and I turned around and I literally told them, I am here to get an education. If you want to do that, bleep, 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 take it out in the hallway. And they did. Yeah. So it was really different, but I got it done. Piper, you better stay out of that trash can.
Yeah. I went back to school and I had 3 kids in school, and the youngest one was in the 3rd grade. And of course they had, volleyball games, basketball games, and all that. And I would just take my books, and while they were doing their athletic stuff, I was on the benches studying. And that's the only way I
Yeah.
got it done. You got to do what you got to do.
Mhm.
But it was worth
Sorry,
it.
Piper likes to get into the trash can where the fabric scraps are because she thinks she can sew. And she pulls fabric scraps out to chew on. And that's what she was doing.
Maybe she's picking out which scraps you need to keep.
Nice. That's right.
There you go.
I don't know, but they're too small to keep.
She went
Maybe
to
she thinks that's gonna be her bed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, get off my foot. Yeah, she's 30 pounds now. 30 pounds of rotten.
How much is Petey? How much does Petey weigh, John? 80? Petey's 80 pounds. He steps on my foot, it hurts.
Oh my God. Well, with her being a female, I think she's supposed to get 60 to 70 pounds. Supposed to. We'll see. She's 4 months and 30 pounds.
Hi, Stephanie.
Turn that off now.
Here's a quilt that I made for my grand dog. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Make you bigger so we can see it.
I can't see it.
Dog bones on it.
Oh, how cute!
I don't know.
Cute.
There's a glare too, so
Yeah, I've not
Yeah.
quite made it out exactly yet.
yeah.
Right
there's
there.
a- There's a
There's a
glare.
light hitting it. There's a light hitting it.
Yeah, there's light hitting it. I tilt it. It's got dog bones on it. Can you see it?
It's got
There you
what?
go.
I
No,
don't know.
Piper.
Dog bones.
Doggone it.
Bones.
It's hard to see. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cute.
Backwards again.
Piper decided to type and I had to stop her paw
Mhm.
because she did something to my screen on the laptop. Tilt that down out of that light a little bit. Put myself on the side and there won't be no light. Maybe a dog because she's right here.
Your Mona's been awful quiet down there, ain't she?
Oh, I've had a day from you know where. I came on here to get distracted,
Oh, okay.
but I keep going over there. Get out of my way. Go.
Well, we
That
all
phone
had
used to
days
drive
like
me
that
crazy.
before.
Do you have to go to Uncle's tonight, or are you
No,
good
no, not till
Good.
tomorrow.
tomorrow night? Okay.
Tomorrow and Tuesday are late nights. I don't have to be there till 11, but I got to be there Wednesday at 10.
Hmm.
So not as bad when I don't have to be there till 11.
Huh.
'Cause then I can get a nap in the afternoon.
Thank you for the prayers, ladies. I'm going back through the comments. Pizza sounds good.
Oh, I had pizza yesterday. Or did I? I don't know.
Well, I had a peanut butter jelly sandwich for supper.
Oh, that sounds good.
That
I never-
sounds good.
That's my good standby because all the leftovers I had, I sent home with my son. So
I had a turkey sandwich.
So,
Well, I fixed barbecue chicken wings and tenders, and I fixed the corn pudding, I fixed mashed potatoes and fried squash.
Ooh, I'd rather eat at your house.
What's corn pudding? Is that like a
You
cold
never had
dessert?
corn pudding?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. You mix cream corn, 2 cans of cream corn, 1 can of whole corn, and you put sugar in it and milk in it and eggs and butter and bake it in the oven and it gets kind of like a pudding.
Oh,
So
my mom
good.
like that.
It has all the good stuff in it.
Huh? No, I did. I said it. Sugar. If you didn't have sugar in it, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be pudding.
Nope.
I think that's what I'm gonna have. Well, not corn pudding, because.
And also you put what is that? That uses a thickening agent.
Cornstarch, flour.
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Yeah.
I usually mix it in the milk.
Yeah. It's good. I've had it before.
Somebody's got her nose over the laptop.
Oh my goodness, that's a little tiny puppy.
Yes.
She got huge.
She is huge, and she's all legs. She's got her head on a. I hope she doesn't mess it up. Don't mess it up, Piper. She's got really long legs, and she's kind of awkward with them.
Oh, that's just
No.
a baby stage.
Yeah. But all of her, where she had surgeries, healed up real nice. Her, where the dew claws were, that healed real good. It should fur over, and her belly looks just fine.
I gotta make you guys bigger so I can see. Oh, there we go. Now I can see.
But she likes the chair. She likes to lay on my lap, but she's not this big anymore. She's 30 pounds.
Yeah, they don't know.
No.
I had a Saint Bernard that thought he was a lap dog. So did my Newfoundland.
It's because you held them when they were bitty babies.
Yeah.
And it's sunk in their head that they're that little.
Rita, where's your little dog?
Where's my little dog? Down with Terry, and I put the baby gate up so she couldn't come up here.
Rita made some turn dashes.
I think it's cute when she runs around behind you squeaking her toy.
Yeah, that's the one I was working on before everything else come up, and I had to stop.
Is that one called Spring Rain or something?
Yeah, from Missouri Star. Yeah, so I went back to try to finish it because I had all that other stuff come up.
Yeah, I
and,
had that pattern.
And if Charlotte, I want Charlotte to see if I have them right now because I've got my seam ripper and I'm still ripping some of them out. That's wrong. I got 2 more to rip out to fix, and then I can set it together. Isn't that odd how just putting the wrong color in a different place?
Totally different with it.
Totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've still got that orange and white one to finish once I get done with my blocks.
But this one is so close. I'm going to see if I can't get it out of the way because it's going to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You have cornerstones and sashing in there? I can't really tell.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to have. They're not on there yet. But it's going to have.
Yeah. Well, I think I see one up there in the top corner.
That's if some of them put on, but not all of them.
Yeah. So how big's it going to be?
I'll have to read the book this minute. I'll tell you. That's the reason I get directions sometimes. 82 by 94, so it's big.
That's a pretty good size quilt.
Be like that one on this cover.
Yeah.
But Charlotte didn't like the blocks, so I'm gonna fix them. And I agree.
Sheila, have you did any more of the Golden Gate? Sheila, have you did any more of the Golden Gate Square?
No, I finished all my blocks. I'm kind of waiting on some labels to get here. Then I'm going to the post office with them.
Okay.
They're all pressed in little bags.
I think it was Dee that was wanting to make a bunch of those blocks. You know, I
Yeah.
gave y'all both the
Yeah,
instructions on how to do it.
yeah, because I went and printed that free pattern Golden Gate off, and I have it.
Yeah.
I made some, but I already mailed them.
Yeah.
And Charlotte, I'm teasing you. You just asked me if I was going to fix these. So. And I'm glad you encouraged me to change them because they need changed.
Well, sometimes holding it up or taking a picture of it, you see something that you might not have seen previously.
And sometimes you don't. And ask me how I know. I completely finished my daughter's quilt before I found a mistake. Let me show it to you. And I told her I was not taking it apart. She's just going to have to deal with it. I actually
There you
even shipped it and was looking at it and like, I'm not, no.
go.
Let me get it. It's in my phone here. Somewhere.
Yeah, I held one up here, and someone says, "Oh, well, I think you got something upside down or something." And then I looked at it, and I'm like, "Yep, I do,"
Uh-huh.
but I didn't see
Where
that
is it?
before. So
Where is it?
I'm
Where
glad
is it?
somebody saw.
I wish somebody saw this before I quilted it.
Did you hold it up and show us? We would surely one
I
of us
would, but it's in
I made
Arizona.
one
It's in
tonight,
Arizona
but
right
you
now.
take a picture of it on your
I took a
phone.
picture of it and still missed it.
Still didn't get it.
That
So
sounds like
mad. I was so mad. And then she didn't want to tell me. She watched it and everything started falling apart. And I told her, I said it had to be because I used the old brother on it. And my brother was missing, kept skipping stitches. And I have to go back and re-sew it, go back and re-sew it. And that's why I have this singer now.
Yeah.
It's here somewhere. I'll find it. It's before my patriotic quilt. And before Mother's quilt.
Yeah, that singer I got at the auction from my mom, it was still in the plastic, never been used or nothing. So it's beautiful. But
Wow.
Yeah, that looked like a real nice sewing machine, Mona.
I
yeah,
guess I missed it. I didn't see it.
it was, you got this sewing machine at an auction in a case, and it had the great big heavy canvas cover too. Plus, it had a side cutter, walking, all these feet to it. Everything was still in plastic. Whoever had it never used it. And I'm like, this is too good to be true. Somebody had to mess it. So I hooked it all up the other night and sewed, and it sewed beautiful stitches. And I said, oh, good. I'll keep that for a backup. And I put it in the closet. So when this
See
one
if it
goes
adjusts.
for her spa day, then I'll have.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that.
Make you big.
Where's the mistake?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't see a mistake.
No mistake?
No, I don't see one.
Right there.
I still don't see
That
it.
Thor patch is turned wrong. The blacks are in the wrong spot.
Oh, that's a design choice.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I made those arrows, the diamonds, and then the braided arrows. And then the top ones are bigger than the side and bottom.
Wow.
Well,
I think
I didn't notice it till I quilted it.
Well, I wouldn't.
And I said, too
I
late.
wouldn't do anything with it.
I wouldn't even.
No, because I'd already quilted it and already bound it.
Yeah, it's fine like it is.
Yeah.
And she goes, Mom, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, yeah, there is. And I'm not redoing it.
But only you recognize it.
Oh, she found it after I told her.
Oh, did
She goes, thanks, Mom. She goes, now I can't get it out of my head. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't even know how to sew, and she finds my mistakes real fast. Little turd.
Jackie, you falling asleep?
Yes,
Y'all say,
ma'am.
y'all wake Jackie up.
I got to
And, and
Frankie,
that,
make this one.
oh yeah, look at these ears. Wait a minute. Let's see if they're showing. See how that one? This is flipped clear over her head.
She's pretty.
And then on occasion, somebody's playing loud music outside and she's trying to figure it out. On occasion, that ear does this.
Yeah.
So cute.
She's rotten, is what she is. Especially when she gets the zoomies.
Wonder where Julie is.
I don't know.
Well, I think
So
Jackie
that
left.
was a queen size quilt. And then after I made that one, I refused to use my sewing machine anymore, and I pulled out my old 30-year-old Singer, which looks like my brand new Singer, except it's not digital. And I'm like, well, that's odd that they have the same shape 30 years later. But I didn't know the quilt was coming. The blocks were coming apart. My daughter told me. I think about a week ago, and she's had that quilt almost a year now. And she said she put it in the closet because the blocks were coming apart because of that old brother missing stitches. And I told her, because she sews, and I told her, sew over them. Get them back in play. Get them in place where they belong and sew over them.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, Mom, I didn't want to ruin it. I said, you're not going to ruin it. It's just extra quilting. I said, but that's the best way I know to tell you to hold those seams where they belong. Is just sew over them. Apart from taking the whole thing apart to fix it. Or hand sew it. She doesn't hand sew.
You don't see it anywhere over there?
I mean, you could hand sew the blocks back in place.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Nope.
No, I don't think anybody else has noticed it, Michelle.
No.
Probably needs to go to the spa. What needs to go to the spa?
The sewing machine probably be the brother.
Oh, she's talking about your brother machine.
You know, it would probably cost more to fix that than what it was paid for it to begin with.
Yeah, sometimes it's that way, you know.
They're like little disposable machines.
Anymore they are. So it's back in its box where it belongs because I did some choice words with it. I don't know how many quilts it's made though, but I think it's out of time. And I know that it's going to cost more to fix that than what was paid for it. Oh, got ambulances.
Yeah, I mean, just a service charge on top of what parts or whatever they might have to replace, you know.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost more than really
What was paid for it.
Yeah.
And it was bought 5 years ago. So
yeah.
This new Singer is a heavy duty, and it's got more stitches on it than I'll ever use. And I've always got my backup that's 30. And of course, I've got that treadle that'll run when the power's out. Growing in grace. Oh, hi, Candace. Changed her name.
Yeah, that's the pastor's wife in Tucker. That's who
Yeah.
that is.
New channel name.
All How can I fix this sucker?
But I did get to do a little bit to do with sewing today. You know, last night I pressed all the blocks I got in the mail, starched them and pressed them so I could get the folds from where they were in the envelopes out. And now I only have to do them as they come in.
I'm gonna press them until I get them all,
Yeah.
and I start putting sashing on them.
This one's
Well, I've got all mine set out, so I thought I might as well do it. I had the iron on, and
Yeah.
just go ahead and do it while I'm
this.
pressing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see that, Slim Twiggy. I didn't know who that was when she first came in.
What do you want, Piper? Come here. I got to move everything. Hold on. Why won't that move? There. Can you get up there?
Today, so
No. Oh, careful. Not going to be long, and I'm not going to have any room in my chair. I've got
You're
one
gonna
of
have
those.
to get a big footstool.
I have a footstool, but I really don't need a bigger one.
Well, you
But
will
this is
for
one of
your
those
doggy.
one of those wide chairs,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I have a narrow footstool, the one she always falls off of.
Oh.
Yeah, she's even fallen off of it in her sleep and never woke up. I don't know how. But there was a time when she couldn't hardly even jump up on that footstool, and now she just steps up on it. She don't know what to think. Sirens went by just a minute ago. We don't hardly ever hear sirens out here, middle of nowhere. And then the neighbors were getting the roof on their garage fixed finally after that storm went through. And but the storm before the derecho, the one that when I was talking to Sandra, we had like 75-mile-an-hour winds, took top out of our tree.
Oh no.
And it lifted part of the roof on the neighbor's garage. And that's been a while ago. And by the time insurance and the roofing company finally, he's just now getting it fixed.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing he got it fixed after Derecho got here.
Mm-hmm.
There.
And how do we
So
say
she-
that name? Why? What? You might say that for me. Mona?
What?
What are we saying?
Why, Chaka? I don't know.
That's as good
Maya
as you could do,
Chaka
Rita.
Why a Chaka?
or Wichita. Wichita. I don't know.
No.
What are you talking about?
There's no T in
Wichita.
Huaychaca.
Yeah,
Why
that's what
Chaka?
Maya Chaka, Wichita.
No, I think it's Huaychaca.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Why Chaka? Cool channel. Your name's kind of cool, Why Chaka?
Yeah, that'd be a cool name for a channel. I'd have to
I
go
think
look
it's an Indian.
what it was
I think
about.
it's an Indian name.
Yeah.
As where I grew up in Kosciuszko County. Well, I grew up in Elkhart, but Kosciuszko is where my grandma lived. And they had a statue in the park in Syracuse that was Chief Kosciuszko.
In Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Them Tweety says, Why Chaka? Hello.
Oh, Susan just made it be harder to read. Hi, Huaychaca. All one word.
Oh, yeah.
Waiataka. Hand pink waving. Oh, that's because they're putting the thing.
Say that name 3 times real fast, Mona.
How and Charlotte's in Alabama, so she's wondering if you're near her.
As Joey said, Bama boys.
It's going to be 91 here Thursday.
Yep.
You're going to be 91?
Would I look good for 91?
Good.
You do.
Sometimes you feel like 91, right?
Yeah, I do today. Jeez.
We're supposed to be 92 on Thursday.
I'm going to the lake on my raft.
Well, Tuesday and Wednesday next week, it's supposed to get up to 105.
Oh, I'd be in the air conditioning.
That's probably not a good idea. On the lake, on your raft, with
You
91.
probably got that storm.
I wear sunscreen and I'll have a big hat on.
Oh. Do you reapply the sunscreen every couple hours?
Constantly.
Good.
Yeah.
Because on the water, it's worse because it bounces off the water.
Yeah, but it's nothing more relaxing than just sitting there. I don't stay in there the whole time. I got to pee every hour, so I have to get out, walk up to the bathhouse, come back. So, yeah, and even if I don't, I get out usually about every hour and a half and spray more stuff on. And I wear 100 sunscreen. I'm not there for the tan. I'm there for just to relax and float around. And
I was worried about burn, not tan. You know, the red skin, where it's gone past tan and into burn zone.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
That's what I was worried about.
They cut a huge melanoma out of my back last year. Nope, I'm watching everything. In fact, it looks like I got horns on my back because they cut it so deep.
Yeah, but
my grandma had one on her lip, but she grew up in a time when there was no such thing as sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we used baby oil and iodine back when I was a teen.
That's what I did.
I didn't, but I had a lot of friends that did.
Hello to Corky. Been a few days since I've seen you on here.
Yeah.
I don't even see it.
Hi, Corky.
Rita, have you seen the young lady who does the artwork? What's her name?
She has been in the hospital.
The girl who draws.
Yeah.
Oh no, is she all right?
It was migraines and I forget what all, but so she was in there for several days.
She needs one of those piercings, like my daughter just got right here.
Did they ever find their little puppy?
I don't think so.
Aww.
I heard.
Wonder where Julie's at tonight.
Probably sleeping.
Do what?
I don't know. I hadn't heard from her.
Now Google's saying enter my password. You know,
My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, she used to use baby oil and butter and lay out all day in it.
With butter? I think the ants and the bees would be after you.
Seems like that would really make you burn more. Seems like.
Yeah.
She was cooking.
And there were years that she shouldn't have been that dark.
Yeah. I don't tan anymore. I just spray it on. And I keep as much covered as I am because I'm a lot bigger than I was back then.
Yeah.
But you look light complected and blonde hair, Mona. You're not, aren't you? Or is it dye? Don't tell us.
Got dye here, dye there. I don't know. I don't remember what color it was, but it
What
changes.
color's your eyebrows?
I don't even have any. I think they're gray.
Yeah.
Mine are gray. No, I was
had
born with
skin
blonde hair,
cancer
then it turned
removed
brown,
from
and
my
then when I was a
forehead.
teen, I dyed the crap out of it, and then I went red, I went brown. I change it around. Whatever's on sale, that's the color I am. But I do have, the doctor called me a redhead. So, the light skin and everything.
Yeah, I would say you're light skinned, just like I am.
Me too.
But
I
I
used to burn like crazy when I was a kid, but I didn't care.
I went to the dermatologist. They removed skin cancer from my forehead, like 11 stitches, and I got over it and all that. And then now I got to go back. That was like last November. Now I have to go back in November again.
Yeah, I go every
I'd be
6
done with
months
her.
because I have
But
one
no.
that's on my hip.
She's like, oh no, I have to check you yearly to make sure nothing comes back.
Oh, good.
So I'm like, dang it, I thought I'd be done with
I
her.
always make my own pizza dough too, Julie. I bake mine for about 10 minutes before I ever put toppings up.
Yeah, I wouldn't glance in the mirror.
Sorry,
I found it. I thought I had a bug on my back. Because, at my age, I don't look in the mirror anymore. There ain't nothing I want to see. So I was just walking by after the shower and I saw something and I thought, what the heck is that? I thought it was a bug. It didn't move. So I made my daughter come in and take a picture of it. And I said, ew, that don't look good.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Growing Grace goes every 6 months too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother's brother died of skin cancer, but I don't know what kind he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
But mine was only stage 1.
half brother had half of his skull on the side taken off because he had a very aggressive type of cancer there. But he had to have skin grafts done.
Oh, wow.
But he had, go into surgery to do it and all that. So yeah, it looked very sunken in, but it's better now.
Yeah, you know how you get older and your back usually humps out? Not mine.
Mhm.
It goes wee in.
My recipe comes from right here, Julie.
Yeah, I got a lot of recipes, and I can't tell people. I just can show them how I make it, but there's not a recipe.
Right. I told my daughter that when I was making something, she goes, well, tell me how to do that. And I said, well, about a handful. She says, that is not a measurement. I said, if a pinch is a measurement, so is a handful.
Mm-hmm. I think I did read something like a pinch was equal to this, and something else was equal, a handful was equal to this, and,
Yeah. Then she's like, well, how much of this did you put in? I said, I don't know, about this much.
That's what my
Yeah.
Mom,
grandmother
that is
would
not
do.
a recipe.
My mom did that. She always measured.
My mom
Her
couldn't.
hands were smaller than mine, so
Yeah, it just comes
Yeah.
with experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
So funny. My beef with meat, that's the name. Oh my gosh.
Because Julie's a vegetarian, I think. Or just an ordinary girl. She's vegetarian.
I hear sirens going by. Well,
They came from by me.
Actually, the fire. No, the fire.
Oh, you got good ears.
And I seen the fire truck go by.
I had something pass just a little bit ago, so they must have drove by me first. It'd be a long drive from Indiana.
Mona, you got that siren after we got it. It came through our area first, then went over to Ohio.
Oh, it was awful.
It was bad. We lost power for 11 hours.
Oh,
Oh,
we didn't, thank goodness.
I hadn't had any rain in a couple of days.
Hail. We had, and the wind and the rain came down in sheets, and it just, our street was just like flooded. And
Yeah.
it was
It
wind.
wasn't nice.
Oh,
No.
Of course, I had to go out and see if I could see the tornado because I don't like to
Yep.
go in the basement.
Yeah. Our tornado signs
Yeah.
went.
I
Sirens
saw that video. You came running back in. No.
And my daughter, that was
Yeah,
my
we
daughter.
did.
She loves catching me and
I sent it on
doing
to
stuff.
Mona's that way. It went that way to Mona's house.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I tell her, stay in the house, stay away from the window, and then I run out.
I told my husband, I said, you're not supposed to be near windows and doors. He has to look out.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm just nosy, I guess.
And hello to Justina. Justina's in here now.
Hi, Justina.
Applesauce? Why? For pizza dough? I'm confused. No. I just put this much flour, this much of my yeast, this much of my hot water, and whatever, sometimes basil, sometimes Italian seasoning, sometimes oregano, salt and pepper, blend it up, cover it. I turn the microwave on for a minute so it can heat up inside. And when it's done, once it's covered in plastic in a bowl I spray it with oil, put it in that warm microwave and shut the door for it to rise.
Yeah, some people use applesauce instead of oil.
Huh. I haven't heard of that for a.
I neither.
I used it one time for a cake when I ran out of oil. The cake was edible, but it was kind of flat.
Hi, Julie.
Hi,
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm
We were
good.
wondering where you were.
Hi, Julie.
well, look here. You're moving.
Bread maker. Here's my bread maker right here.
Mine lives.
I haven't made bread. You know, when my oldest daughter was little, I think I made 2 loaves of bread a week for years. And I haven't made them since the 3rd child because, well, I didn't really have time. I didn't have time anymore.
The only kind of bread I make is banana bread.
Zucchini bread,
I made zucchini bread.
raisin bread for Mama because that's her favorite.
No, I don't know how to make that.
And
Days where I use my bread machine a lot, but I don't ever get it out anymore.
bread machine right here.
Yeah.
2 of them. So how are you, Julie?
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Tired?
Good.
Tired?
Good.
Allergies?
Oh no.
So if I go muted, it's because I'm hacking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden though, it'll catch me and it just drains right down and catches me off guard. I think my daughter has a bread maker. So I wonder if she hasn't bought it for me. She bought me an Instapot because she said I'd love it.
Do you love it?
Well, I use it to make the dog food.
I love my Instant Pot.
And I have an air fryer, an Instapot, then I have my Cuisinart stand mixer. Love that thing. A blender. And one of those is a food processor, 8-cup. I just got it.
Yeah.
Haven't used it yet. So I have to read the directions. See if I do it right.
I have a KitchenAid mixer that I could not do without.
I know.
Well,
I
that's-
love mine.
That's my Cuisinart. I did some research and found that the Cuisinart has more horsepower than the KitchenAid. And it has just about as many attachments. It has 12 speeds Night Mona, 12 speeds, and it was under $200,
Yeah.
and the KitchenAid is almost 400.
Yeah. I've had mine a long time.
Yeah, they're expensive.
In fact, my daughter has my mom's, and before it was KitchenAid, the name on it was Hobart.
Really?
Uh-huh. But it's the
Hmm.
same. It looks just like mine. It's just got a different name, but KitchenAid bought Hobart out
When?
long time ago. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think I've ever seen a Hobart.
Yeah.
Reading the comments and putting them over on the screen.
Night Candace. Who else is leaving? Tammy. Night Tammy.
Amy. Yeah,
I was trying to catch up too.
Yeah, I bet Justina's got a lot of kitchen gadgets.
Well, I got the attachment to make the pasta for my Cuisinart stand mixer, but I've got one of those little ones that's attached with a hand crank clamp to the table. But my gripe with that is the distance between where you're rolling it through and where the pasta goes is this big. Now, how are you supposed to get that pasta out of that when it's this big? And that's why I got the attachment for the stand mixer, because it's just the tool going on, and then it just comes straight down and you can get a hold of it. Oh, Hobarts were only commercial, Justina says.
No,
I did not know that.
no, because I'm looking at one right now.
They weren't a commercial machine?
No. Well, this says KitchenAid Hobart 5-quart stand mixer. It's a white one, just like mine. I don't know if you could see it or not. Probably too much light. It's too much light. You can't see it.
I can see the bowls, but I can't see the mixer because of the white and white.
Yeah.
Did we run white chalk off? I wonder, we may have, Charlotte.
We might be just watching.
I'm gonna go, so I'll say good night.
All
Good
right.
night, Rowena.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
See you
See you
again.
later. Bye.
Francis, did you get a haircut?
Yes,
It looks nice.
I got tired of that long stuff.
What are you working on?
I'm just sorting out some material, but I've been making those blocks, whatever they're called, Golden Gate. I've made about 13 of them so far.
Julie, let me show you what I got in the mail.
Oh yeah, I need to show her mine too.
Oh,
So
is that
cute.
from Francis?
From Francis.
Is that darling? Very nice.
She's my sister from another state.
She's your sister from a different mister.
Here's mine.
Oh, I wonder who you got that
So
one
cute.
for.
I don't know. It was a no name. I
It just
think.
appeared in your mailbox, right?
I know.
Didn't have a name on it.
No,
No.
Just flew right in all by itself.
Just flew on in, right?
It just came in my mailbox.
See your block, Francis.
See what?
See your block.
The ones I'm making?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what you're doing.
Hold on.
show and tell again.
Yeah,
You
there's a
missed
whole
my
bunch of them.
blocks, Julie.
I'm
There's,
sorry. Yes.
You
Janet,
missed my blocks.
her
Let me
doctor
see
there's
said
it.
some.
it's good. It's not good for you. But
It's
that's
That's
very
so
pretty.
pretty.
nice.
Oh,
It's
can you make
gorgeous. Very
Francis
nice.
Yeah,
big?
I'm
That's
gonna make
one
her
of
big.
them.
Make Francis big. Francis,
I
hold
want
it
to
up
see
again.
that one again.
Whoops. There's that
Oh,
That's
I
so
one.
like it. Look
pretty.
at those
Has a
beautiful flowers.
butterfly. It's hard to
Beautiful.
see the butterfly, but it's got a
Gorgeous.
butterfly.
Very pretty.
That's pretty.
And
Show that first one again. I didn't see it.
Oh,
I
that's
like
nice
that.
too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pretty.
and let's see.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, the blue's really pretty.
Pretty. I think for that pattern, it works good in the center to fussy cut something.
That's nice
Mm-hmm.
too.
It really shows up good.
Very nice.
Oh, all
Nice.
That's
blocks are
pretty.
pretty.
Good selection.
Oh, wow. That's nice too.
I'm
Mhm.
sitting here talking when and I muted myself. I like the second one the very best. And then I was
that's
going to
nice.
ask her, are they all going into a quilt together?
Yes.
That's pretty.
Oh, that's nice too.
Like that
They're
So
one.
is
all
that.
beautiful. They're all, look at those roses. Very pretty.
Yeah, usually the flowers, I kind of fussy cut them and put them in the middle.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Very nice.
Pretty.
It's an easy block to make. I mean, it don't take no time to make it.
So, Francis, are you putting a sashing on it, or are you just going to sew them next to each other?
I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that.
Okay. Pretty.
So pretty.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I have a delay, right? My TV and here. So I get
Yeah.
to see 2 blocks at a time.
See?
See that one you're holding up now is my favorite. And I think it'd be gorgeous, an entire quilt that color.
Yeah, that is nice.
Well, you've
Yeah,
got
I
a
think an
box,
entire quilt with those.
that blue's
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Same with the blue, that one.
That's it. That's all I got done. You
Well,
can
that's
make me
fine.
That's a
little.
lot.
That's a lot.
But Julie, earlier I showed 2 blocks I got in the mail and 4 that I have ready to sew down the appliques.
We'll see them.
I already showed them. You missed it though.
You
You want
missed
to?
it. Right.
Do you want to see them again?
I want to see them
Oh my!
again.
Oh my gosh! You're so bossy.
I
Fine.
know. Oh, I know. So does everybody on the internet, I guess.
You're bossy, bossy, bossy. You're like my little dog who's bossy. I'm gonna
Probably
go
the
get
same
sick. I'm
size.
gonna move. My dog's still taking the whole chair up.
How are you feeling, Peggy Lynn?
Well, I think I laid wrong. My hip's hurting. On top of the feet hurting. And it's like I told him earlier, oh, I got to get a light. Oh, I just hemmed myself in. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was daylight when I showed him earlier. There. Now. And my feet are still hurting. But like I told him, I've got a doctor's appointment on the 15th. So.
That's still a few days away, though.
Yeah.
I know.
15th of August. I'll be.
The pain is right now in the feet. Sometimes at night when I'm sleeping, it wakes me up, but not like it was. And then, let's see, trying to get away from that light in the window.
Our parents didn't tell us when we were growing up that getting old is not for sissies.
It's not.
I know. Okay, so actually, my mother told me I should make one of these. But I told her,
Make you bigger.
I told her she was too big.
Oh, is that beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty.
But she's
Aw.
too tall. Or I would
Yeah.
make her for the block swap, right?
She's beautiful.
I guess I could trace
Yeah.
her
You can
and
make her smaller, I guess, maybe, right?
maybe, I don't know,
You'd have to cut the train off on that dress or something to make it smaller.
something. Because she thinks I should add that one to the block swap.
Well, I
That's
like the
very
ones.
pretty.
I like the ones that you have put on the blocks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. So
Birdhouses and
this is what I got in the mail. This is from Pamela.
Oh, that's nice. Very pretty. Right.
I'm trying to
Mhm.
watch myself in the
Yeah, we see it. It's
there.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Very nice.
I think something's wrong in it, but I don't care. It's going to go in the quilt just like it is.
mm-hmm.
Hey, everything's authentic, right?
That's right. I love it. And then this is from Sharon Johnson.
Oh, that's nice too. It's very pretty. Very
Mhm.
nice.
It's nice too.
Very nice.
But I press and starched all of those today. And
Hi.
then I got these made. They're ready for stitching.
Oh, is that precious?
I love the flowers.
Those colors
do
are
too.
beautiful too.
Cute.
I made those out of, hold on. I have this stack. Can you see them? Little bitty squares.
Right.
And that's what made this flower.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What are they? Let me measure it. 2-inch squares.
2-inch. I was thinking 2-inch.
Yeah. That's the leaves, the petals, they were all out of that. This was some scrap off of this quilt back here that I'm hand quilting. And I don't know, that was random out of my scrap pile. And then
Oh, is that cute? That's nice too.
Look at those birdhouses.
Very nice. Those birdhouses are really nice.
this one.
Nice.
And then one with just one birdhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Such talent.
And I thought about this other one. Well, I'm going to have to lift the laptop for it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't think I have a piece of that fabric big enough anymore. Let's see if we can. Oop. Good, I knocked something over. You see it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's yellow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that cute?
It's a
That is
chicken,
cute.
but can you see what it is?
Is it little eggs?
It's a button.
A butt. Oh,
There's
yeah.
Let me see.
4 buttonholes,
Okay.
and I fussy cut so the chicken was in the middle.
No.
But it's some fabric I bought, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago. I actually made a quilt with that fabric, and that's what some of what I had left. But I don't think I have enough left to fussy cut anymore. You can make me little again. I love Rita's diets.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I also made my envelopes, Julie.
Or your
All envelopes. Hang on.
Okay.
I gotta fix it so you can't see the address. I printed all my envelopes.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
So all
That
my
is
envelopes have
a rooster. I mean, a hen
or a chicken. They're all different.
or chicken. Oh, is
and a
that
rooster.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. There's other ones. So then there's this one.
No, Mother Earth, thank you for coming by again.
But I told Rita I have a degree in graphic design, so I went in and designed all my envelopes.
now we know who to call when we need something designed, Rita.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Did you guys
She is showing.
even see these that are sitting here on my shelf?
No.
Aw.
Is that a car? Is that a truck?
That is a truck
camper. Oh
and
my
a
gosh, and a
camper.
camper.
Oh, and they're sewn and stuff.
that-
don't
Look at
they?
the buttons.
They're,
The buttons for the wheels. Is that
Real.
precious?
Oh, how
Oh,
cute.
that's cute.
Did you make
They
that?
are pin cushions.
Did you make it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the camper was by, oh, what's her name from Pay It Forward?
Oh, Lisa. Lisa.
Lisa
I know
Pay
Lisa.
from Pay It Forward.
Lisa
That
Pay-
was
Pay It
free.
Forward.
And I made my own truck pattern. And actually, the truck has headlights.
Look at that.
Cute.
Yeah.
And the headlights are buttons.
Those are cute.
But
Lisa
yeah,
does gorgeous
they're
work.
pin cushions. Just
Yeah.
a couple of them. And I made the shelf they're all sitting on. And see, I have my own thread catcher that I made.
Wow. Beautiful.
And
You guys-
it hangs on the shelf I made. And these jars, let's see.
See,
These
that's
jars,
just
these are old candles. I took the cleaned the jars up, and all my clips is in that. My safety pins, and then my big clips are in a mason jar.
That's good. Maybe a few jars are good too. That's a very good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, I made those. I fell in love with the camper, and then
Yeah.
decided I couldn't take a camper if I didn't have a truck. So I made a truck to pull my camper.
Well, Chloe, how are you doing? They were asking about you earlier tonight.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, and did you hear G. Truelove is probably got pneumonia?
Who?
From G.
Okay.
Truelove,
Yeah,
Truelove
yes.
Quilts for You.
Yes.
Her
I follow
husband made
her.
a short. He thinks it's pneumonia.
Yeah.
Bronchitis will turn into pneumonia just like that.
I know. I get bronchitis.
I
I've had
know she's
pneumonia my
had,
share.
COVID a couple of times too.
Yeah, she did. Didn't she just get over it? And I've lost my phone.
Yeah, seems like not too long ago.
I gotta find my phone.
Hope your dog didn't eat it. Or
You want
hide
us to
it.
call you?
I set it down over on the table by Mom's sewing machine.
And she says she's doing much better, but she missed us too.
We've missed you.
We have.
I'm glad she's feeling better. Do you have those piercings for migraines? Chloe, it's Chloe, right?
Chloe.
My daughter just got one, and I heard if the one doesn't do it, sometimes you have to get the second one. Night, Slim. Just an ordinary girl. Thank you. I can't remember your name now.
It's Julie. So we got two Julies.
Julie. Thank you, Julie. I guess that Julie doesn't know that I paint and draw too, do you?
I think I knew that you painted. I didn't know that you drew.
Yeah. You should see my bedroom. No, I'm not taking you in there. My bedroom walls are all my
Yeah.
art all over my bedroom wall.
Little drawer too. She's just a young lady and she draws. So she's a drawer.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I think my chat's not moving.
Are you using Jack, Rita?
I am. I had 2 or 3 of these blocks. I've got to take every piece out. See how much I've got to take out?
Mom had to use Jack today too. My mother's 80 and she just started quilting. I've been helping teach her how to quilt.
Oh.
So she's getting really close to having this one quilt done. And she's over on her chair and I'm like, "Is that a seam ripper I see?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm so stupid." I said, "How many times do I have to tell you not to say that?" First off, accidents happen. Well, she had 2 pieces together and she went to quilt down where she had sewn them together and it was folded up and the tail of it got hung in where she started sewing. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like this and up like this and got caught. So that it was
Yeah.
folded like this. And I told her, "Mom, accidents happen." I said, "You know how many times I've had something flipped under and didn't realize it and had to take it out?"
Yeah.
And she said she didn't get very far because I told her she needed help taking it out. I'd help her take it out.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm already done. I said, "Okay." But she calls herself stupid all the time, and it really makes me mad because accidents happen. You're not stupid. Things happen.
And Shauna says I just need to turn the corners around, but I've got to take everything out to get those corners turned. I can't.
Night, Julie.
Oh,
Enjoy
you
your
can't just
pizza.
take it out.
I can't turn it without taking it all loose.
Well, just take it apart.
I've got to take all of it though.
That's okay.
Yeah. Because Charlotte said just the corners, but to do the corners, it's got to be the whole things.
I've
Okay, night, Rochelle.
TV and ripping out,
Does anybody know how Nancy's doing?
No.
I don't.
I don't see her in chat.
Didn't she fell out of her chair, right?
Yeah, passed out.
She
and fell
choked
over there.
on rice.
Nancy, yes.
Nancy.
Why you were gone?
Nancy. But where's Sandra at tonight? She's usually on here.
Yeah.
Sunday night. Unless she's got one of the grandkids.
She might be doing something with family.
Maybe she found an all-night quilting project.
No, it's Sandra. That wasn't surprises, was
Well,
it?
she's one of those
Right.
No,
that
it sure
doesn't require
wouldn't.
much sleep. But I
Yeah.
can't go on as little sleep as she does.
I'm going to raise my hand to that. I'm one of them.
Do it for a day or two. But
I
then
couldn't
it's
do it all the
never
time like
day,
that.
I don't want to, and she doesn't want to. It's just that you can't.
Yeah.
You have trouble sleeping.
Make myself big and everything. I've got to take it all out to turn the corners.
She
Mm-hmm.
wants to see it, Rita.
See, it's so they've got the whole thing's got to come out, and it
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
to get it turned.
It doesn't take long to rip it out.
Mm-mm.
Well, if I would pay attention to what I was doing, I think this is the last one though,
Yeah.
and it'll look so much better after I do it though.
It will.
That's the only thing that's keeping me motivated. So
It's teaching you patience.
let's
You don't
see.
know too much about that, though, do you, Rita? Patience.
Patience.
Worth
That's it.
waiting for.
Yeah, Nancy was in chat when we first started. I think I remember seeing her,
Well, I can't see the chat.
but that was almost 2 hours ago. So.
I just wanted to jump on here and say hello. I'm going to get going. I just wanted to say hello to you guys and see how you were doing. Take care.
You're getting close to takeoff day, aren't you?
A couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Have you made your list with all your food and all your stuff you're gonna take? We were gonna get more advice on that. So
I know. The food, no, not yet.
I love Vienna sausages. I know they're salty and I know they're not good for you.
Put them with some saltine crackers. I lived in the South. I know they're good.
I just like Vienna sausages.
I do too.
And mom loves Spam. I don't mind it, but it's really salty.
Yes, it
It's
is.
it's saltier than the Vienna sausages.
I've had Spam. I don't care for it.
Okay, guys, have a good night. Rita, I'm going to go.
See you again.
Okay. Good seeing you guys.
Night, Julie.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.
Rita, did you read Charlotte's comment? It kind of went away, so I can't see it.
the dark half triangle squares have to point to the inside. Yeah, so I have to take them. So I have to rip it all out to turn them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta.
And I'm not. I mean, I'm not ripping this part. I'm just turning.
No,
Yeah.
Separating the squares.
yeah, you're just separating each of the half square triangles and then flipping them.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
sew it back. Yeah.
Yeah. Just turn it, but I've got to get it all. Got to take all them apart.
Yeah.
Apart. Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
You know. You just want to complain about it.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's it.
Come on. Mother Earth. My mother drives me nuts the way she quilts. She is not organized. She doesn't cut. She cuts for each individual block instead of, say, she's making 10 of the same blocks. She only cuts for one block at a time. And she cuts out of the fabric so that it looks like this. And it drives me nuts, but I don't say anything because it works for her. So,
Yeah.
self-taught and unconventional. If it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Running and screaming.
Yeah, yeah. I'm leaving the crossbars. I'm not ripping the crossbars. And I'm not ripping the squares.
It just needs flip.
I'm trying to be careful not to tear a hole in it. And sometimes it'll slide and cut a little bit. And the next time it won't.
Yeah.
I've done that before, and I had to redo a little block because my seam ripper kind of slipped, and then the rip would be where you would see it. I tried to see if it would be past the 1/4 inch, and it was. So I just had to kind of start over with it there.
Yeah, me too.
and that irritated me.
And sometimes if you
Only done it
do
once.
every third or fourth stitch, it's easier to
Easier.
just do every third or fourth stitch and then just go like this and it comes apart.
Yeah.
Because I think they should make that little ball bigger, right, to help hold that fabric apart.
Mm-hmm. Justina was seeing those.
I have this other thing that I use. It's not a seam ripper, but it does what a seam ripper does. And it's got like little teeth on it. But you can put your finger on it and it's not sharp. And you can just run it down there and it'll break the threads.
Huh.
I don't know what you call it.
Is it like
It's plastic.
but is it like oh, I'm trying to think of what it is. It's a, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's a seatbelt cutter in a school bus. I used to drive a school bus and it's made of plastic and it has a blade in there. And you just, is that what it is?
No,
Where it's
but
plastic and there's a blade?
But it's got like little teeth on it that are plastic.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And I just kind of separate it and you run it down it. Let me go see if I can find it.
I wonder if one of those thread cutters you use to separate squares would work too. You might have the same problem though with cutting fabric.
Yeah.
Good night, Stephanie.
I found it. Where am I at?
Julie, I think you have to watch her from the front.
See, it's got little teeth on it.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I have one of those.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
Careful when you cut the material.
There's not a name on it. But
You say it won't cut the material?
no, well, I haven't put it that way. But it just cuts the seam with those little teeth right there.
Huh.
So, but
Okay.
there's no name on it. I don't know. It came in something, but you can
Almost
put
looks like a
your-
toothbrush.
Yeah, you can put your fingers on it and it won't hurt you. It's not a blade,
Medicine.
but it's like little teeth or something.
I've never seen one of them.
I haven't
Okay, you
either.
can make me little.
Best diet in the world. Eyebrow trimmer.
Yeah, kind of looks like that. But there's no name on it. Nothing.
So, Julie, you said your aunt tried to teach you how to crochet, but she was left-handed and it didn't work. You need to watch her from the front and not the back. Since she's left-handed. I'm left-handed. And every time I try to watch somebody from behind to crochet or knit, it didn't work. But when I went in front of them, I learned how to do it. A fleece comb?
I don't know the name of it. It's just like a seam ripper. I mean, it works like a seam ripper. It does the same thing.
Well, that would work, Susan, but if her aunt is sitting there teaching her, she might as well just sit across from her. Not Julie. Oh, Justina. Sorry. I meant Justina. Susan's phone hates her too, just like mine does. She's trying to say watch in the mirror, and it did it twice on her, all in one word. Funny.
It would have
Sometimes
been easier just to cut new blocks, but I sewed this one. It was a layer cake, so I had to have all the pieces.
yeah. Sometimes you just got to do it.
You do a Y seam. You could do a Y seam, Melina, or take the whole row off.
How do I sew it back on after? The next one it's gonna go just like that toward the center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, you could take off just that corner square and sew it as a Y seam, and not have to take the whole thing off. Just take
I
each
think
square.
But I'm so close now.
it's going to be much easier for her just doing it the way she's doing it.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to explain to Melina,
Oh, I
because she was asking that she could just take the corner square off and do a Y seam there, or she could take the whole row off like Rita's doing.
Yeah, I think it's easier to row.
Yeah. Unless you're confident with the Y seam. I don't have a problem with the Y seam. Oh, look, Susan's left-handed too. Yay! Whole row it is, she says. She must not like Y seams.
The whole row.
Yeah.
Here. Where have
There's
you
Sandra.
Sandra.
What do you mean, where have
Well,
I been?
hey.
I think you just got scolded.
Were your ears burning? We've been talking about you.
Oh,
Bad things. Bad things.
everybody when they're not here?
it's like my 50-year-old daughter just got back from her 7-mile hike on Mount Rainier
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
with a hangover.
You
Oh
had a
my gosh.
hangover?
No, they did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They got a little carried away at her birthday party yesterday.
Yeah.
Likely story.
She didn't even drive home. That's how bad it was.
Mm.
But it's like
Good thing.
drink. I don't drink.
I know, I was just giving you a hard time. I don't drink either. I just use it for starch.
Yeah. Well, somebody brought out a fifth of tequila or some tequila, and everybody had to have a shot except for the guy that brought it. So one guy had to be. He was driven home by somebody else, and then his son took him in town to get his rig today. My grandson was driven home by his girlfriend. The other grandson was driven home by his fiance. My daughter-in-law made it into the house. Melinda made it into the house. There's a lot of them that had to be chauffeured.
That's good.
It wasn't me. I look what I have. I have this beautiful chicken right wherever she is, right there.
Oh, you did. You got your chicken.
I got
I
one.
wonder why it's purple.
It is.
How on earth did that ever happen?
Yeah. I showed my chicken earlier.
Yeah, mine's purple.
Yeah,
Mine's
I
going
don't
to
know.
find my mailbox tomorrow, I hope.
Yeah, probably. Today's Sunday. I didn't get any mail, but I got 2 blocks yesterday.
I have heard some talk about the post office is thinking about going on strike.
Really?
Oh, that's nice.
Well,
Well, you go tell them to stop it.
I know it. And I'm like, man,
and it's
Because I don't have mine out yet.
because their union is trying to get certain things, and then whoever is against the union is not wanting to agree to it, and so
And they have someone stupid in charge that made
Yeah.
all those major changes right before COVID hit.
yeah.
And that's what caused all the delays.
So
Yeah.
I mean, stuff's already getting delayed. You know.
It's
But
just getting back to better.
it's like first I was pushing to get off of the Zoom with Kathy, and then I was pushing for my family to leave.
Yeah.
I have things to do, people.
Get people to see. Now get out of here.
It's my accomplishment for tonight.
Yay, it's done.
I have
Yeah,
my
That was your last one, wasn't it?
There, yeah.
I had a party with Jack.
Uh-huh.
my last blocks are on the cutting table. I will cut them, fold them, put them in the envelopes, and take them down to the post office.
Sheila, show that to Sandra. Maybe she knows what it's called.
Okay. I use
Oh, someone else said what it was. It was, hold on.
And it's got teeth on.
A fleece comb?
It's actually the same ripper.
Yeah.
Same paper.
It is the same ripper.
Because Justina had said it looked like a fleece comb. Sorry, Justina.
Yeah, you can use it for that, but I wouldn't.
There's no name on it. You know?
Yeah, I have a purple. Would you believe it? I have a purple one of those.
No, I don't believe it.
In something. I don't remember where it came
Yeah. But it does work. You just hold your pieces open and then just cut down through.
Yeah, like you have it, and you just do it this way.
I used it to take my facial hair off right here. I was playing with it one day and I go, oh, I can work for that.
But the teeth are plastic.
That's what I use for that, Sandra.
It's
Oh,
it won't cut you or anything. It's plastic. Yeah. So
yeah.
Eyebrow shaper.
They told me that if I pulled that hair out, it would never come back again. No, it didn't.
Sure.
Five others did.
They lie, because I could feel one coming right here.
Mine with the tweezers on my chin.
Tweezers. They come back.
I plucked it completely out and I got 5 new ones.
And I dislike seeing a lady who has all these hairs here. You know, why don't you just
look in the mirror
and get rid of them?
Yeah. It's like
so I have this one hair that sometimes out of the blue right here, it shows up. Now, it wasn't there the night before, but all of a sudden there's this long of a hair and it's white.
Hmm. Yeah, all
like,
mine be white.
Where'd that come from?
But I
pluck it out.
I have a round mirror in my bathroom, and you flip it over, and the other side's like magnified twice as bigger.
We don't need to see it magnified. I'm just going to lay that out there.
Well, I have to see it magnified so I know where to put the tweezers, you know.
I just sit here while I'm watching TV and keep until I get it. Yeah.
But I've tried.
I ain't got time.
Now we're all sitting here feeling our chins.
Well, I've already know there's some right here. And what about these?
Yeah.
That grow right here.
I don't
like. Go like this. Feel. I've got like 3 that probably need pluck. Get about. Oh my gosh. I about died. It's got to have been 10 years ago. Right here. I had hairs growing. And I'm like, are you serious? That's when it all started. And I pulled those out. And then they started growing on my face. I said, I'd rather them there than down here.
Yeah.
I about died.
Well, I haven't.
I mean, seriously. Huh?
I
I've
haven't
never had one
experienced
there.
that.
Well, you're lucky. I about had a heart attack when I saw that. Like, why? Why? Why would I have one right in here? Why would I have hairs growing in my cleavage?
I can't
Grow
even.
on my face where I can see it.
I don't
Look,
know.
oh, Lord, have mercy.
It's like I can't stand when my ponytail tickles there, let alone to grow it there.
Right?
Yeah. It's like,
Oh.
Oh, here's
Hello,
Jean.
Gene. Yeah, you probably did. we're talking about unwanted body hair. Got any stories?
Peggy Lynn is. We're just laughing at her.
Hi, Jean. How are you doing?
Maybe I was an ape in my previous life. Oh, it wasn't funny when I found it. I was so mad.
yeah.
Took a nap and almost missed us. Well, hello.
But yeah, I just finished pressing my things, turned off my iron, and we was getting ready to go on Kathy's, and then Melinda shows up. So then we keep talking with Kathy and Jean, and then it's like I get them to everybody gone, and then it's like, come in here fast, hurry! I still have time. I have a sprinkler on, hoping that it's not as hot tomorrow.
We need some rain.
We need it bad.
So we got a show today because the neighbor over here, you remember when you and I were talking and I had that big storm and
Yeah.
it blew the top out of my tree? Well, it damaged the neighbor's roof that time.
Okay.
And it took forever for the insurance to come and give him an estimate and approve him to get a new roof because the storm tore it up.
Yeah.
So this crew that came today, just let me say, it is Sunday, right? They normally don't fix roofs on Sunday. Am I correct?
Nope, it doesn't.
Maybe they're behind. No.
If they're
How
behind
shady
the
does
work,
it look?
they will work 7 days.
Well, that depends. You had to see the crew. And so
I bet
the
they
guy
didn't
that
look like
had come out a
Sanders
month or
men.
so ago, huh?
I said, I bet they didn't look like Sanders men.
I felt like this to the woman that was there. Anyway, so the guy that came out a month or so ago, who was on crutches, who I don't know why he has crutches because he doesn't even use them. He walks and then just like points with it, right? So he's there. There's a young teenage girl there. She's probably 17 or 18, and she was like this almost the whole time, right? They finally got her on the roof with a leaf blower that she couldn't even start. So then there were two guys on the roof.
Just don't tell me it was battery operated.
It was what?
Just don't tell me the leaf blower was battery operated.
No, it was pull.
Okay.
It was pull, but she couldn't pull it. She didn't have enough behind to pull it, or she what? And I know a lot of people like that don't have enough strength in their arm to pull it.
Yeah.
And why one of the guys on the roof didn't offer to start it for her, I don't know. She handed it down off the roof to the man with the crutches, who really doesn't need the crutches because he's walking around kind of carrying them. And then there's a woman, she's probably closer to my age, and she outworked the other four. Like seriously outworked the other 4.
Mm.
She cleaned up all the shingles, all the wood, and to start with, she picked up all the branches that were in his yard before they ever started throwing stuff down and put them in the burn pile.
I saw that video.
And
All that.
but at first I thought they were going to try and take the board off with the shingles and everything still attached.
Well,
Where I mean, sure, that'd save time, but you didn't have enough men up there to do it.
yeah.
You had 2, and one guy's trying to lift shingles and all and just yank it off. And I was waiting for him to come off the roof. I mean, it's not that tall, but it would have hurt when he hit.
Oh.
Yeah,
But none of them did.
because everything would condemn.
Yeah. So the guy on the ground with the crutches, I really thought he was going to shingle that board before he sent that board up, because he was laying shingles out on it with none of the was it tar paper that goes underneath. He
Yeah.
just started laying shingles out, and I'm like, what are you doing? How are you going to hand that thing up there if you put all the shingles on it? I went and took a nap, so I didn't get to finish watching the show. But that one woman outworked the other 4. Like, way, way, way outworked them. She was not only handing stuff up to the men, but she was cleaning up after them.
Maybe it was best that you didn't continue to watch it.
It probably is best I didn't watch them. I mean, it doesn't look bad from what I can see, and they had to replace the whole bottom row of plywood because it took so long for them to fix it, and it's rained and rained, and then we had derecho, so it rotted all that wood. So they had to replace the wood all the way across the bottom of that garage.
Yeah.
I mean, if they'd have done it sooner, they probably would just had to replace shingles and hang the was that fascia, hang the
Yeah.
or rain guard, hang that back up, and it would have been over with. But since it took so long, they had to replace all that wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better to just do it. Because it
Well,
might
if
have
they'd have if they'd have done it right away, they wouldn't have had to do it. But they waited.
Yeah.
It took forever because of insurance and get somebody out here and look at it and then finally come out and do it. That it had rained, I don't know how many times, and all of that was exposed because all the shingles got blown off.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that couple that owns it, Randy and his wife, he's too old. He can't hardly walk. He couldn't have got up there and covered it.
Yeah.
But he was supervising. Once in a while, he'd come out and supervise. And Mom said he's probably not the supervisor that you want because he'll tell you exactly like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next weekend we have a baby shower.
Oh.
Who's pregnant?
Alani's mom. But,
Oh, that's right.
but being that she lost everything in the fire, they're giving her another baby shower. She doesn't
Good.
know. She doesn't know it yet, but she's getting a baby.
She does if she watches this. So much for that surprise.
No, she doesn't watch this.
Yeah.
They don't have time to watch Gigi Ma's or Grandma's YouTube. They all watched my very first episode that I ever went on Kathy's, and I said SHIT. First word out of the YouTube was shit.
I'm guilty of saying that too.
That was my very first word because Kathy goes, "We're not live yet." So I said, "I better get shit out of my mouth," and it's like that. That's how we started. Go go
Oh,
back
that's
and
funny.
edit that first 3 seconds off of there.
Right. That's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, I just come home last night and had my own private pity party.
Why? What's wrong?
It was just my anniversary of 51, would have been 51 years.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I come home with playing my music nice and loud, didn't care what the neighbors thought. It was my own private pity party.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not supposed to be here by myself in this world, but I am.
Yeah.
We don't get to pick.
He's still right here, though, Sandra.
That's the worst part. Every song I played was one of our songs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I was called my friend because I said I gotta get out of this slump. I didn't go to bed till 4:30 this morning.
I woke up at 5 because my legs were hurting.
Heck, I should have got out of hold. You want so?
Well, I
Right?
woke up at 3:30, go to the bathroom, and if I ever have to get up, go to the bathroom during the night, then I'm awake. I just can't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So I went back to sleep about 5. Then I woke up at 7.
Yeah. So I
I
called my
hate those
friend and
nights when I do that.
I was talking to her, and I just getting to where I was getting out of my pity party rut, and she goes, "Uh-oh." She has the colostomy bag. It came unhooked.
Oh, no.
So she says, "I gotta leave you at your pity party." I go, "I have no worries now because at least I don't have all over me."
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because that
Yep.
is some
If
wicked
you,
stuff.
yeah, if you had one of them, that'd be a pity party for her too, though. I mean, I would think.
Right?
She's had it for 17 years, I think it is. Yeah.
Good night, Sarah.
She had a couple choices.
Good night, Sarah.
6 foot under or that bag.
Yeah. Good night, Sarah.
Yeah.
But yeah. But when I seen everybody was leaving and I checked my clock, I go, "Yeah, I can run." I'm sure
Gotta
everybody.
go see the girls.
And sometimes we forget who's doing what, and is it just hard to keep up with who says they're doing something and can't be here?
Yeah, I looked
Yeah.
last night. I couldn't find.
Well, I sewed with Nancy and Mona and Lisa this morning. Laura Austin came on for a while, and then she lost power in her town.
Storm?
Yeah, a storm was coming in, and last time she lost power too. A neighbor's oak tree went across the power line.
Oh.
We didn't get anything in Oklahoma. We hadn't had any storms in it.
Florida got a storm. I don't. It got 90 some degrees today, and it's like everybody said, I didn't even know my grandson's car was parked here all day because it's on that end of my house, and I see this end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denver, where you're at in Washington, what do you have bad weather there? Or is it not really? Do you have the storms like we have?
No, we don't get the storms like you get.
No.
Well, I think that we should share some of our tornadoes with you.
It's like I've had my roof ripped off by a heavy duty dust devil, as we call them. Because they don't call them tornadoes here.
But do you get loads and loads of snow sometimes where you're at? Do you get heavy snow?
Not anymore. We become kind of we get like 2-3 inches, and I'll get it all clean, and then it'll snow again, and then I get it because I have to have my sidewalks all shoveled, my driveways shoveled. I have to have everything just perfect.
In Francis, there was some bad tornadoes the other day, wasn't there? Well, there were bad tornadoes in North Carolina a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
We get tornadoes a lot here.
Which is unusual.
For North Carolina, it is.
Yeah,
Because we
We've
get
had
all the
more
storms coming
sightings.
through, then they go all east.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get anything.
But right now, we
Jean
do
says,
not.
Francis, won't they let you speak tonight? Francis has been talking to us. I think Francis is getting tired. You getting tired?
Francis is getting tired. She's fixing to go to bed in a minute.
Yeah.
Are
But
you?
we do not need any heat lightning. That's what we get a lot of here is the heat lightning.
Yeah.
And we have, they actually had to cut down and tell the farmers to quit harvesting after that fire they had the other day because they
Yeah.
shouldn't have been harvesting in those high winds that they did.
Huh.
Yeah. You
And if
probably
they
get a lot of smoke from Canada.
I don't understand.
Fires.
Because if they're harvesting, they're taking that dry crop out of the field, which would eliminate some of the fire hazards.
but the combine started the fire.
Ah,
Yeah, the combine started the fire. And then the high winds are now they got that fire and they just pushed it down the draw that comes right down past my house.
but they can't harvest it if it's wet.
Right.
So they have to harvest it when it's dry. I know that much.
Well,
Because they have to wait until these soybeans are dry and not been rained on dry
right.
to harvest.
Good night,
They have
Charlotte.
a moisture meter that they can tell you how dry the wheat is. If it's too dry, they have to wait for like the night moisture to come on it and then harvest it early morning. Because if it's too dry, they don't get weight.
Mm.
And the bushel is off. But I haven't seen any trucks that normally they come down this street by my house and not a single grain truck has driven past my house this year.
Well, I know sometimes the corn is too high in moisture, but they have dryers on their silos that are right next door. And I can always tell when it's got too much moisture because the dryers are running. But the soybeans, they've got all kinds of dust and everything. When they harvest those,
Yeah.
just they're really dry. I mean, there's just dust flying everywhere. So much so that you can't see the combine as it's going down the field.
Yeah. And right
Yeah,
across
that's
from my
right.
son's
Can't
house
see it,
is
but you
pure
can hear it.
wheat. Yeah. Pure wheat across from my son. But I have a question for Rita. Are those purple hull, whatever those peas are, do you use the same way as all peas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do they taste the same?
kinda. Wouldn't you say they taste the
A
same?
little bit. Now, some people call them purple hull peas. Some people call them Crowder peas.
But crowder peas can be white or brown.
You just boil them in water and whatever seasoning you want.
Okay. Well, beans are purple. I might have to see if I can grow some.
Yeah.
So I grew
Yeah.
purple green beans last year,
Yes.
and the green beans were green or purple. As soon as I cooked them, they were green.
Well, that's like, my
There's
purple.
there's a purple okra too. Plant you some purple okra next year.
Oh, okra?
Eggplant, eggplant's purple.
I guess I don't have to eat what I grow.
Just grow it for the color.
Yeah.
I love fried okra. Oh my gosh.
Well,
There's a tomato that's purple too.
Yeah, the German.
Y'all, it's after 11 o'clock here, so I'm gonna.
All right. Good night,
Night, Francis.
Thank you. Okay.
Good to
Good
see
night.
Thank you.
But no, it's like we try. There's a couple of us that plant everything we can purple, and they keep saying, "Where do you get your purple potatoes?" Like I tell them I'll share, but they have to
Night,
share.
Candy. Night, Charlotte.
Good night,
Night, Jean. Just looking in my chat.
Yeah. Everybody.
I thought for sure though when I grew those purple green beans that they'd be purple when I cooked them, but they didn't. They lost all that purple and turned green.
And I want to grow the purple carrots too.
There's purple asparagus too.
Now, asparagus takes a while to get established.
Yeah, but I had some, but You know, it didn't produce as much as my green, and then something ate all the rootstock of it.
Yeah.
Probably a mole. Or we have voles here too.
Oh, you can have mine.
I don't want your voles. I had enough of those little trails through the yard as it is.
Miniature golf course. That's what those are.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
Speaking of golf course, after he weed eated, and then I had to show him exactly how I wanted it weed eated because he was weed eating it and it was still this tall. Wait.
No.
So I called him over, and I couldn't hardly walk because the day before I had walked around showing both those boys what to do. I had to use a lawnmower, and I went around and found him and told him I wanted him to come over here. I wanted to show him something. And I said, when you weed eat for me, this is how I want you to weed eat. I said, I want you to get as close to the ground as you can. So I had weed eated just around the rose bush, and I found the 2 golf balls that the neighbor's grandson had been hitting, and they told me there were 2 in the flower bed, that didn't hit the house that they had just landed. One of them hit the house, but they didn't break a window, so it's no big deal.
right.
But I found them both in the bed when I weed eated. Good night, Justina.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
throat's been bothering her.
Me too, all day. See, my allergies, when they act up, they will drain right down the back of my throat, and that's what causes me to cough. Every single time. I don't know why. Why can't it just come out my nose like a normal person?
Gravity doesn't pick it up.
I am not standing on my head.
Yeah. But yeah, when I knew I was up late last night because I was bound and determined to get those blocks done last night. Then
Yeah.
I lost my green thread and couldn't find it. And then it was in an obvious spot. It was in the thread holder, but just didn't.
Wonder how it got there. Jumped in there by itself?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I tore my whole bed apart hunting for it.
Yeah.
Somebody actually put it away.
Yeah.
Huh. I hate when that happens. Somebody actually puts it away and you can't find it.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I still had all the daisies and the flowers to go back and so on there.
Yeah.
All those French knots.
Well, I hate to break it to you ladies, but you're not getting all that from me. None of
Me
that fancy
either.
embroidery
Mine's
stuff.
straight
You'll be
sewing.
lucky if you get a straight line on the outside seams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do need to make another one of them roosters, and then I have a chicken planned, and I'll probably do some more of those flowers because you saw the little stack of 2-inch squares I had left, so I could make some more flowers. And I printed on all my envelopes, Sandra.
Did you?
Yes, I did. You do know that this is a graphic designer, right? With an associate's degree. So all of my envelopes were printed. I put them all in the printer. It only took 5 until I got it right. Well, there's no way to adjust it in my design program. There was no way to adjust where it sits on the envelope.
Oh.
And then, of course, you have to put the envelope in correctly, right?
Oh, do you?
Yeah. And then you also have to make sure that the return address isn't 2/3 of the way off the envelope.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I finally got it fixed, and I found some free chicken and rooster pictures online.
I seen you hold up an envelope.
Yep. And so I think I have 8 or 9 roosters, but I only find 1 hen. Now, Why? And then they have the one graphic that's on one of the envelopes is a rooster with eggs.
No.
It should have been a chicken. It was a rooster. And I'm like, you know what? I'm using it anyway because it's pretty.
And
So, huh?
I got to tell Rita, guess what? Your postmaster didn't stamp my stamps. I can reuse your envelope.
Oh, okay.
That's an added bonus.
Yeah, and I would too.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, mine's not stamped.
Yeah. She didn't hand stamp them. So we can reuse envelopes.
No, there's this little white strip
on
it's got
top.
all this stamping on it, and it's right across half of her return address.
Yes.
That's where it is.
And you peel that off and you can reuse that whole envelope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do whatever you want to do.
On the next block swap. Because I put my
Mom
stamps
was,
all on
Mom
my-
was talking about another one already. So
Yeah, it's like
But after we finish this one,
a Christmas one.
I got to work on my other stuff. I got stuff just sitting there that I can't.
I've got a quilt to do, but a Christmas one would be fun.
And then
Smaller blocks, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm sending my house to Maureen that comes on here. Maureen's trading me a block, and she's trading Laura Austin a block. And anybody that wants to trade a block with her, she'll take it. I'll just give you the address.
I got to get some Quilt of Valor for Christmas. Fire department does a lot of things for kids in our community.
Yeah.
I have a free pattern if you want to use it. It would make a quilt of valor.
And we're gonna make they sent me a pattern for burrito style pillowcase, and we're gonna do them in like juvenile type things.
Come on, Piper.
Christmas time to give to underprivileged kids, but it's called Sparkies. So I got to get some of them made.
Sorry, my dog was. Oh, geez.
Is Kathy Quilt also doing the Christmas block swap, Sandra? That's what Susan's asking.
No, if we do one, it's going to be where we send a strip and teach person. But yeah, a strip of material. And then you put them on a whole cloth, and it makes a tree that's kind of applique on.
Oh.
I'm trying to get the picture.
Yeah, I think I've seen a picture of a tree.
I got so many.
Sheila, I have a free pattern that would make a nice quilt of valor.
But
do you?
Yes, that I made. Let me show you the quilt.
Okay. Yeah, and I just got a kit in the mail too.
It's just that.
Oh,
is what I want to do
That's
on
what it looks
Kathy's.
like. The strips.
Oh, that's interesting.
But you just lay your strips out across the whole cloth, what your background of your choice, and then you have that fusible stuff on it, and then you just stitch around the edges, and then you quilt it, and you're done.
It's kind of like what probably do the blanket stitch around it, like what Rita was doing.
Yeah, you can do the blanket stitch around it,
Yeah.
or you can just straight stitch around it, just an 1/8 inch
Yeah.
in. You don't have to get elaborate, but you'd only have to send a 2.5 inch strip of half of a width of fabric, because the whole wall hanging, if we make it 24 and that strip comes in at 21, just lay the strips back and forth, and we'll even have extras left over because we get smaller at the top.
Would you send like say a jelly roll strip?
Yeah, you can send half of a strip.
Oh.
That's Peggy's quilt.
It's my own pattern.
Oh,
Yep.
That's pretty.
Might want to make it big, Rita, so they can actually see.
That's pretty.
Wow.
And that's using striped fabric.
Uh-huh.
All those stars are appliqued on.
Hmm.
That's pretty.
I have a PDF pattern I made for it.
But I know for a fact, like that strip there would only take one small envelope
Yeah.
because 2.5 inches by 21, fold in half, half again, it'll fit in a envelope.
Huh.
Any of the small
It
ones.
probably would fit just in a regular size.
We might have to put an index card in there to keep the envelope stiff, but yeah. I thought just take index card, wrap it around, write a little note on the index card, or send somebody a recipe. Who
Yeah.
cares what's on that index card? That would be a fun thing also. I'm making 3 of these, so whether it continues out as a project or not, I don't care. I'm making 3 of them.
Hmm.
I have 3 kids that I try to make them something to hang on the wall for Christmas.
Do you?
Yeah, and there's a star on the top of the tree. But I used to take because you can put on the bottom of this, you can put around this tree stump, you can put packages on there, you can hang ornaments on it.
Oh yeah.
There's lots of things you can do with that tree when it was all done.
Yeah.
But it's just that's what I would like to do. And Kathy's cutting her time back.
Oh really?
Okay, Monday we're going to be on until about 4 or 5. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we are going to be off at 1 our time.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys figure your times. 1,
Yeah.
3 o'clock for I think Peggy, and 4 o'clock for the others. We're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
so
when you're cutting off.
she can go get in the pool.
No,
So she's only on for 2 hours.
she's going to be on for 3 hours. 3 hours.
So she starts at 1 o'clock my time, so that would be 4 o'clock.
Okay, that's she's just going to be on for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Good,
I
because she needs to spend time doing other things.
I need more time with my great granddaughter, and my housework, and my yard work, and
Yeah.
because that little monster does not run around here and clean by itself.
I think it'll give her more of an opportunity to be able to get up and walk.
And I told her that she needs to go downstairs, go out with that wheelchair, even if they walk around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get my outside time.
Well, not just that, but walking. Instead of sitting in front of the camera all day, it'll give her an opportunity to walk.
Yeah.
And isn't she getting that prosthetic, so she'll need to be able to walk?
There's nothing on that.
Why in the world are they not giving her one yet?
I don't know. I called the prosthetic place myself.
Yeah. What'd they say?
They said she hasn't called.
What?
Yeah, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah. It's just something.
Well, it might be because once she gets it, she's going to have to admit that leg is actually gone.
My mother-in-law did laundry. She did everything from the time she got sent home. She did it all.
Yeah.
She got up with the walker. She got up to do it.
Yeah. I did see.
I love your chairs, Sheila.
Huh?
You turned your camera and I saw your chairs. Those are beautiful.
What? Those?
They're wood, aren't they? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Those are $5 chairs, and then I stained them a different color.
Wow.
Beautiful. All woodwork, right?
Got them at a garage sale.
Sheila's whole house looks beautiful, though. Look at all that.
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're-
But
you're
yeah,
safe.
Yeah, I
I'm
love those chairs.
envious. I'm trying not to be, but I'm envious. So, of your
well, I
home,
just got
it's
them at a garage
beautiful.
sale for $5 a piece. And brought
See
them
that
home
right there's dog.
and just stained them.
I don't know if you can see her
I have a lot
laying
of
right.
garage sale finds.
Uh,
I like garage selling. I haven't done it in a long time.
I used
So
to
my
do it
feet
a
get.
lot, but I haven't lately. Oh, and I'm looking for like some just El Cheapo ceramic pots because my son's been doing some grafting and stuff with some plants.
Yeah.
And so I stop at the Goodwill store, the one closest to me, and I'm looking around for pots, and I see a quart ball canning jar with a lid and a band on it. And I turn it over, and the bottom of it, they wanted $9.99 for that 1 quart jar.
Was it
wow.
turning blue?
No,
Wasn't an antique or vintage?
no, nothing. It's just the regular one. And I'm like, that's crazy.
And that's good
Yeah.
with yeah.
At
I mean,
Goodwill.
huh.
They
Wow.
must have thought it
Because
was
a
an
whole,
antique.
like a dozen or so, might be, I don't know, 14 to 16, 17, something like
Go to
that
the
for a
Dollar
dozen.
Tree. Go to the Dollar Tree for those pots.
Yeah, well, I did, but all they had was plastic, and I didn't want plastic. I'm looking for some kind of
Did you look in the decoration center section?
yeah. But I can hit some other places
The only
around
bad
town.
thing with those ceramic pots, the plants dry up faster in them.
Yeah,
But the weight of them is what you want more than
yeah.
anything.
But there's there's a lot of thrift stores and stuff in Oklahoma City. I just have to kind of get out and hunt some for them. Is all. But I just haven't. So, but I was shocked at that price. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I don't think they're going to sell it for that price. I wouldn't think.
I put it right back
Hope
on.
not.
Well, take a mason jar, put a ribbon on it, and charge more.
If I can get that much, I'll sell some of mine. So.
I know it.
You just bought some new ones, so no.
Well, I'm out
No.
of jelly jars right now. I may have to go try and buy some more if I do some more jelly stuff because I've used every one I've got.
It's like,
But I don't really want to use pints. I want like half pints.
Yeah.
But I did some of these blueberry lemon up, and at Christmas time I'm gonna unscrew the band, and then I make how you can make a circle of fabric, and then I use pinking shears to go around the edge of it. Then I put it back on there, then screw the band back on it. I'm gonna give some Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just some of my girlfriends.
Well, I've got a book where you can do a recipe swap or make those jars with ingredients in it, all
I've
the
done
dry
that.
ingredients.
Yeah.
And that's what I did when I made those. Is I put a piece of fabric and screwed the lid back on.
Yeah, I did that. So one year I did like freezer jam, strawberry freezer jam that way.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm out of all my little.
I've never tried
jelly
freezer
jars.
jam.
It's good.
oh,
Is it?
huckleberry freezer jam and raspberry is really good.
I've never had huckleberry. Love raspberry.
I never had huckleberry.
Mm-mm.
We don't have that in them.
Mm-mm.
I have that out over here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, no huckleberries. We do have blackberries, raspberries.
Yeah.
We've got crab apples.
Well,
I don't
huckleberries.
think blueberries maybe if you're growing them yourself.
Yeah, huckleberries are going for $80 a gallon.
Now,
Wow.
Teresa, that lives
Louise,
in
Teresa Louise. Yeah.
Idaho.
Idaho, I think. She
Yep.
goes out in kind of a woodsy area, her and her husband, and they go like picking
I'm catching
huckleberries,
it, baby.
and
I,
she does them.
you're welcome. I like to share. Can't say I don't share.
But I've never heard
I'm
of
on the upper deck. Baby's making me sick.
Die. It's all my allergies. See, running down here and then shooting over there.
Yeah, you're coughing on Sandra. So
they just went across.
That's
Yeah.
right. And I like to share with my friends.
It's
Yeah.
like I haven't had a cough or sneeze all day until now.
Okay, Susan, when I get off here, I'll look on it on my computer and send you that pattern.
Yeah. That is nice that how Laura fixed that piece of paper under my suggestion where I can find people's email addresses faster.
Yeah.
It's nice that way.
Yeah, because I put them all in that. It's in the send part when I send them all out.
Yeah. And
You're welcome, Susan.
and she was hoping she matched everybody's names up right. We was trying to I was telling her who a few was, so left less for her to try to cipher.
She could have just asked me
You
since I had everybody's name and their emails.
well, I'm sorry.
That
Laura
would have been too easy.
it was the only two
No,
Discord playing
and you
that.
wouldn't have to get the magnifying glass out.
But we was the only ones in Discord playing that day.
You know, I know I'm in there, but I hardly ever open this laptop.
Well,
Only
open
like,
it now. You could have
oh, you're kind of bossy.
yeah.
So, I kind of thought about it today, but never did.
Oh,
I thought, oh, I'll probably go on there and there's nobody going to be there.
I forced myself out of bed after I went to bed at 4:30. I forced myself out of bed at 9 a.m. I hung in here and I made myself get up and do something.
Sheila,
Yeah.
to Discord and sewed. Have you went there and sewed with them?
No, I've kind of looked around, but I can't find where to go.
Okay.
I haven't done
On
it.
Discord,
But I have an account there.
after you click Mona's face,
Didn't she?
on the
I,
side,
Let me
I
see it.
sent a link out too, I think. That you can
And
just click
No, I didn't get that.
in an email.
and then it brings up. I'm going to my Discord also.
I'm pretty sure I sent an email to everybody with a link to
I'm sure
join it in Discord.
Oh, only like 10 joined it. And if you have a different type name, please let her know. Because
Okay.
we got to try
I have an app for Discord, and I'm opening it up.
Okay. Is there a picture of Mona up in the upper left-hand corner?
Okay, I see her picture, so click on that.
Click on her picture.
Okay, I did that.
And it says Mona did what, and it tells you all sorts of things. And there's one that says
all sorts of things she did. Did I miss that?
there's like text channels, channel to sew, YouTube questions, fabric haul, patterns, general chat, sew and tell. And then there's now that new one called Christmas block.
Okay, let me.
That tells you about
all these comments that people are making.
Yeah. Once you see them for the day and then you click the next one, it highlights the newest things put on there. It puts them in white.
Okay, well, the last one I see was from Awkward Quilter on 7/20.
Okay.
It's the last one I see.
Okay. But down there where it says voice, there's a category that says voice channels down there a little bit. Or
I see new messages.
So with Friends is a voice channel.
Okay, let me go back up. Well, at the top, she says you can post free patterns here. Please do not post paid patterns. And then it's just got everybody's
Okay.
comments.
Now that you're looking on there, there should be a highlighted tab on the side that says "Sew with Friends."
Mm-mm. Here's
Are
what
you on a phone, Sandra?
Here's
I'm
what
on
I
a
got.
Okay. Welcome to patterns. Okay, you got to find the one that says "Sew with Friends." Yeah, it's okay. Go one step
Do you have
back.
any? There's like 3 bars or something where you can push on the phone
Mm-mm.
and find the categories, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I did that on the left side, and it's got YouTube. It's got sewing room number 3.
Okay, there's one that says "Sew with Friends" number 2.
I see show and tell generals. Sew with friends. Okay, I got that. Sew with
Okay,
friends.
one of them says "Sew with Friends 2," and it has my name in there.
And then it says no one's here yet.
Well, I'm there.
Standards visible.
Here's okay. So I clicked on Sew with Friends, and this is what I get. No one's here
Okay,
yet.
press the green button.
Join voice. Okay. Invite people to join you. Click on that. It says invite a friend, missing permissions.
Okay, give permission, because it should bring and show me right up, because I'm in a room. I'm two-timing.
In a room, invite a friend.
Missing permissions. What?
Invite people to join you.
Oh, maybe you got to go into your settings and allow the camera and everything.
I think I got to go into my settings to.
Yeah. And it tells me I'm alone on this call.
Okay, let me
I
go
wonder
back.
why.
I don't have Discord on my phone
Okay.
or my tablet.
Yeah. I have it on both the laptop and the tablet.
Okay, Sandra K. Okay, I clicked on your name, and it's got message, voicemail, video call, add friend.
Okay, add friend, I guess.
Add friend. Okay.
Because it should have brought you right up to the screen. But we got to practice and get this all figured out.
I know.
Because she's going to have, this is where we meet to sew blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
When? What times?
You just got to keep checking. It's like,
Well, I don't open my laptop like that, so.
Sunday morning, we're usually here by 9 o'clock my time, which would be noon your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're usually here goofing off then, because that gives me 4 hours of sewing with these on here, and then I go over to Kathy's later at 1.
I think I'm going to have to work on it later and see what I come up with and go to my settings and do all that. But I can do that later.
Yeah. Did you get in the room?
No.
And then when you want to,
Well, I think Sandra's got the door locked. She says that she wants you in there, but she's actually locking you out because she's like being like that. We know.
And then once you get in there, you have to make sure you first go in your voice only. Then you have to push. There's a little camera. You have to make sure to push the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then to leave, you just push the red, of course, hang up button, and it hangs you up.
Yep.
And if you want to mute it, there's the mic to mute it. And don't ask
In case
me
you
what
have a
that
snoring
rocket
dog.
does. There's a rocket down there. I don't know what it does.
A rocket?
Yeah.
Everybody gets to ride a rocket?
Oh, it tells Oh, I can watch games, I guess. Poker night, Jam Space, Gartedifo. I have no idea what those are.
I'll look at this later.
Yeah,
There's games in that room? That's
Too
weird.
late to be messing
that's
with
where
that.
it takes you to the rocket and it takes you out to these games.
Oh. Well, be careful what rocket you ride.
It says Sheila's on here.
Oh.
You didn't close your thing altogether.
Okay, it's at the top. My phone. Touch to return to Discord.
Yeah.
I'm
You
touching
didn't.
it. It's not doing
Oh,
nothing.
I hear somebody.
I hear you.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yes.
What? This is what I see now. Somebody's dog.
That's my dog.
Okay.
And now I turn on my camera. Now you'll see me in the corner.
Which way to?
There.
I see you now.
Yeah.
But,
And
but
now
you're
you
sideways.
just touch your screen, and you have to turn on your camera.
Okay.
It's a
Where's
little
the
camera
camera?
down in a bar that has everything.
Is the camera at the top or bottom?
I don't know on your phone where it's at. It's just a little outline of a camera.
Okay.
There you are.
Here I am.
Yay!
Yay!
Now you
But
know how to do it.
I'm vertical
Probably turn your camera.
and you're sideways.
There.
You are. I see you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now to disconnect, you touch the screen and you
Anywhere.
hit the red button. Yeah, anywhere. And then touch
now
the
I
red
hit the
button
red
and it
button.
hangs you up.
Okay. All right.
There's your lesson.
Now on my
No, I remember
phone,
what I did. No, but I remember for the camera and then the red to go off, but it's just getting to that point.
Yeah.
on my phone, these three buttons right here.
Uh-huh.
If I push it, hang on, let me get to it. It'll bring up close all apps. I would use that and close all your apps so it's not running your battery down. If you've got that.
I think mine's different.
Mine's a Samsung.
Yeah.
But I always close all my apps so that
Mine's an iPhone.
nothing's running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can just go in and you check over there on the side, and if anything's highlighted in white, that's like that room showed that you was there, and it.
All right.
You was just in a different room than mine was.
Well, I won't be available on Sunday mornings because I go to church and then Sunday school. So.
And yes, Rita, it's bedtime for you.
Yeah, it's Pat.
We got that quick lesson. Sheila has the quick lessons now how to get on Discord, and it might have helped anybody else.
Yeah. We'll see if I remember it.
I was seeing who was still over here in chat. There's still people over here in the chat side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Donna and Beverly and Sharon J.
They just been listening, not yakking like us.
Yeah.
Now Donna said she dozed off, but she's awake again. So.
I didn't know we were that boring, Donna. Oh, Sharon, I got yours too. Love it.
Oh, I
actually pressed, starched and pressed all my blocks today.
I did. Mine are all pressed.
Yep. Mine are all pressed, starched, and I don't have them hanging up like you do. But I've got them on my design board. I showed them earlier.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I have them for display. It's like,
I don't have anywhere to do it right now.
Well, see, because of these boards being two separate boards, I can now walk around the corner, hang this one up in there, and bring that one back here, and then I'll have all Kathy blocks up here.
I like that block right neck to the right of your chicken.
Over here?
Yeah, that one right there.
That's
4 patches and a half square triangles, is it?
It kind of looked like
no.
a friendship star.
Flying geese.
They
with
take
the
a
mother little
special
squares.
template to draw out the sides. I call it the wannabe Madonna quilt.
That one by itself on that bottom row is pretty too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
from Sharon.
That's pretty too.
That one's from Sharon. I
That
got
one
that
looks pretty
yesterday.
detailed.
That's pretty.
When I got my mail late last night, I had those 2 blocks. I got Rita's and Sharon's. I don't know who's come in first, but the chicken won the row first.
Well, I went by, they were set in the mailbox. So I had Pam and Sharon's. So whoever was on top was last. And that's how I numbered mine.
Yeah.
Rita.
Well,
Is that what we're supposed to put them the way they come into us? Is that what we're?
No.
You don't have to. That's how I'm doing it.
Because
And
I
I've
was
noticed.
looking at them and
You don't have
mixing.
to.
Yeah, I noticed all of yours are actually matching pretty well. Are your ladies too, Rita and Sheila?
All but one. I've got one that it's a lot different color that's not really going with the others, but I haven't got all my blocks yet either.
yeah, my houses are a wide variety of colors.
So it just, depends once everything gets here,
Hey, guess what? Who's sending orange? I'm gonna burst everybody's bubble wrong way.
Yeah,
But I am going to put that this yellow
Oh,
around.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Rita,
That's
I
what I'm
got a
going to write.
question for Rita. Where you're gonna print who sent you that block? Are you just putting their name? Are you putting a date on there or what?
Well, I'm putting their name and their town and state, and then someplace else I'm going to put the chicken block swap and the date. Someplace else on another block, but not on that part.
That would be a neat idea. Like say their name and then maybe.
I didn't think about the state. Good idea, Rita.
That's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, I like the state idea.
But I need to get a certain kind of pen. I don't think I have one of them.
Well, I ordered some from Amazon's. What I got fabric pens. What I ordered.
I use a Sharpie, and they don't. I haven't had them wash away.
Yeah, but I'm going to take a 12.5-inch square, and I'm going to put a cross thing like the header on a letter that's going to say Chicken Block Swap 2023, and then everybody's going to have a square, so there'll be 30 squares below that has name and state's going to go in it. So it'll be just like they are in the quilt, and then the one block will be left empty that has that. I call it a label on the front of the quilt.
Well,
I'm trying to decide if I want to make one that big.
Underneath here, I'm writing it on that part here is where I'm putting the name of who.
I like the yellow. I like the yellow, Rita.
And I'm taking. It's going to be my 30th block to make it 5 by 6.
Which is going to make it how big? I wonder.
Little over 5 foot by 6 foot. Depends on my sashing I put. So it'll be 5 squares. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So when you think about it, it's going to be 5'8" wide, and then 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more inches. So it'd be 72, 82 long. And then I'm going to put a border then around that to make it. I always have to make mine to be actually used on a bed if I need them.
Right. I need my calculator to see how.
I use my calculator. 5 blocks.
Y'all are making my head hurt with all these numbers.
because you got 5 rows with your sashing, 2, 4, 6, 8 there, and then if you
Plus.
12.
Well, it depends on how
So
wide.
that would be about 68 wide
Yep.
with borders. So how wide are borders?
See, I like my blankets to be 75 wide at least,
Okay.
and that way they'll fit on a twin bed nicely.
Well, I was thinking that it may be too big because I have trouble handling it because I've just got a domestic. But if it's only going to be 73 or 75 or whatever, it'll be fine.
And then if you get the right batting, all you have to do is stitch down the sashings and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Or a big diagonal running through every so
Yeah,
many.
because I can do a quilt as you go crossed
Yep.
like I did Mother's quilt, which was a lot easier than trying to run the whole quilt through the machine.
And
I
see,
don't have to run it through to sew it together.
mine's actually done in 3 sections because of my quilting. My long arm is a mini. Where
Yeah.
Rita, she can just slap it up there and quilt it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Sandra
don't
is
have a
asking
long
a
arm.
question.
I just have a domestic. So
Sandra, Debbie Evans wants to know what time is Kathy going live tomorrow?
We start at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're
which is 1 o'clock Eastern Standard.
Yep. And we was just talking about you, Debbie Evans, because Kathy goes, Debbie won the rose, and then she hasn't been back on the channel. And I says, I think she's one of those that sews while we talk. But tomorrow's that block class that I get to attempt teaching.
Yeah. I did hear that Jean with Stitches is not on YouTube anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
She has.
Sorry.
Oh, she has too much to do, but she's gonna join Kathy and on Kathy's when she can.
On there.
Well, she's still got a channel, doesn't she?
She's not.
She was in here earlier.
No.
Yeah, she's not taking down her YouTube. She does a Facebook only. She's not doing any more YouTubes at this moment.
No more videos or
Yeah.
like tutorials on YouTube.
And then she'll join over at Kathy's when she can.
Yeah.
That explains why I haven't seen any.
Yeah.
Doing them videos is hard though. That's the reason I
Well,
just get there sometimes and talk.
Yeah.
Especially if you're editing. Editing's a killer.
It is.
Well, I didn't know if it was because of her or her husband.
It's just like me. We need time for ourselves to do things for ourselves. It's like I'm staying up till midnight, 1, 2 in the morning trying to get my stuff done because I'm on for 8 hours with Kathy.
Yeah.
Well, I think an hour or 2 every night's plenty.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's like I'm not giving up this one. I enjoy.
No, I'm not giving this one up, and I was a little sad when it wasn't on last night. I almost cried.
I get
I
tired.
said she's probably so tired she can't do it, but I'm sad right now.
I'm so glad you didn't come on last night because I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I kept checking.
Every time I don't come on, I'll get a message from somebody. Sometimes it's Sheila, but last night I think it was Susan Munger. Are you going to go live tonight? And I don't know. It makes me feel guilty if I say no.
Yeah, I figured that you weren't, so I had to watch TV last night.
Rita had to go ahead and
Well, that's what I did. I was watching TV.
Yeah. But Rita was just attending my daughter's 50th birthday party. That's all she did.
Yeah.
I was watching TV and kept checking my phone.
Everybody needs a break.
See if she was coming on.
You know, so.
I just figured you were really tired because you had a lot of work you were doing.
But I'm not ever going to get caught up with my work. But since I paid for this subscription to this StreamYard, I'm going to get my money's worth. So.
Well, I would too. I don't see any reason not to.
and I think I've looked and I get like $1.50 for these lives that we do, which I mean that's nothing, that's nothing, but
That's paying for everyone you mailed out.
well, yeah. But it's not. I'm not getting. My channel's monetized, but I ain't making no money.
Yeah,
My dog.
It won't
it's
pay the
enough to
electric
help
bill,
you.
will it?
And I enjoy it, but I get tired too, and get about every once in a while. So let's see.
We'll be in their morning
I am.
and have been enjoying and watching. Now I'm following Rita's channel. It's like we all follow Rita's channel. I do them both. Oh, I wonder why I do them both.
Yeah, I always look for Rita's shorts. I always enjoy
Yeah. See, that's just it. I have, where this is down here playing when I'm up here watching this one on the lives.
Uh,
So I'm double tasking,
Quit.
but Debbie
Quit.
said she'll be there. I'll
and
be there in the
we've
morning.
been going for almost 3 hours tonight.
Yeah.
2 hours and 55 minutes.
I'm
I-
trying to keep my dog's tongue off my face.
I mean, the times I've yawned, but I'm still awake, ain't I?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's like
Go
Rita
see
comes
Grandma.
over and checks in on Kathy's all the time.
Go see Grandma. Go on.
I think,
We
Well,
all
she's
checking on
right
you,
away.
but I can't sit there all day and watch it. But I do try to pop in and give a thumbs up and say hello.
I don't expect you to stay there all day. You come in, give a thumbs up and a hello, and then I make Kathy go over and give you a thumbs up too and a hello.
yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, and sometimes it'll be playing, but I'll be around the kitchen, and if you do mention my name, I hear you.
Yeah.
No, that's what I do. If I'm going to go sew or do something, I just turn it on and let it play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm in and out of the room. I hardly ever go into chat, but I'm in and out of the room.
and yeah, you can't stay there and read the chat. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
gotta always guess what's going to come out of this mouth next.
Oh. Well,
Tomorrow,
we're not.
I'm the teacher of the
We will not be surprised because we've already been surprised by elk poo. So we don't need to be surprised.
I needed to
Nothing
hear
else will
that.
surprise us, Sandra.
You say it so smoothly, elk.
Elk poo. That's right, because it's poo.
It's like it's just
I honestly have never, ever, ever heard of anybody making jewelry with poo.
That was the
It
first
just went,
one. Yeah.
you know this? I was like mind blown that anybody would even do that. And I shouldn't have been because I have heard of people picking up roadkill to make art with it.
yeah.
So why would elk poo surprise me?
But that's the way it is. But we better let Rita and
Yeah.
you
It's
What
say
it's,
Myers.
it's 2 hours and 58 minutes. So we'll say our goodbyes within 2 minutes, and we'll go
2
for the
minutes.
3 hours. Okay, 2
Okay.
minutes.
okay.
It's easier
But
to keep track of. No.
I just don't understand why people decided those two items are good for art and crafts
I don't know
when
either.
there's so many other things like wood, paper, glass, paper mache.
The poo started, really truthfully, the first time I ever seen it was in Alaska.
Yeah.
That was our 20th anniversary. That was 31 years ago.
Is
Well,
that because they couldn't get glass or I don't understand it, I guess.
Okay, what
I
she
guess. But there's plenty of wood around.
I said they're probably working with what was first available.
yeah.
There's still plenty of wood around first.
Uh-huh.
And it's like,
And you could use grass or flowers or something.
yes, Donna, first poo and now fireman. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, we all need a fireman once in a while.
Yeah.
And don't forget our hairy Peggy Lynn's.
We didn't want to talk about that. That's gone.
It's
That's
so
gone.
you're
It's
you're
like-
here. At least we're mentioning it with you being here, not behind your back. So
This is true. And honestly, I wouldn't say anything behind your back that I wouldn't say to your face. That's just who I am.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm just saying. But that was the first time that any hairs that shouldn't have been in places they shouldn't have been ever showed up.
Well,
5,
now before we
4,
all go to bed
3,
and put our nightgown
2,
on, we're gonna be looking down.
We're gonna go. Do we have any?
Bye, guys.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. See you again next time.